Goddamn, guys. Goddamn.
Oh man. Oh man.
Look at A.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But that was an episode of Raw. You could say that about that episode of Raw, man. Um, Somehow one of the most like shortest in content, but like stretched out episodes of Raw with a bunch of nothing on it, dude. That shit was insanely bad. I can't believe Mr. Peach Fuzz done produced that fucking show, man. My God, that episode of Raw was horrible.
Oh man, dude. That was such a snooze, bro. That was such a fucking snooze, man. It was like that was one of those episodes of Raw that, it's 2.5 hours, but it felt like you were sitting there for five. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, it just felt really long and it was really boring tonight. Um Yeah, not really a fan. Continuing, honestly, and this is like crazy to say, bro. Honestly, like the
Hmm.
most impactful thing they did to build SummerSlam in any which way was that stupid SummerSlam kickoff they did this weekend, where
Yeah,
fucking Chad Gable walked out there with fucking massive aura. Fucking Gunther and Nick Aldis were
that
beating
goaded
each
dude.
other up on the stage. Triple H had fucking Peach Fuzz. That's not even to build SummerSlam, but that was still more fucking interesting than anything. Certainly more interesting than Monday Night Raw. It was more interesting than Saturday Night's main event. It was more interesting than SmackDown. Fucking,
Hmm.
what the fuck?
He got tired of the fucking bald Nazi jokes and was like, you know what, bro? I'm just gonna grow my hair out so they can't call me a bald asshole and shit. Well, now you're just a peach fuzz asshole. So I don't know what he was expecting there. And like, that's the thing that kills me about their little kickoff thing. Why don't you just do what you did there, but as segments on your actually weekly television? I don't understand why you don't just do that instead.
I don't either, bro. I don't either. I don't. Oh God. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't know what this company's got going on for this SummerSlam build, but I could say this is one of the absolute worst SummerSlam builds we've seen. They better pray this show ends up being
It's
a decent card because, man, which I mean, they do have things in line, I guess, that, would I guess I could say their chances of the show turning out pretty good are pretty good chances, but the build has just been absolutely fucking terrible in my honest
no,
opinion.
yeah.
Um their big the big hook of the show tonight was Jey Uso after being served his warning shot bow has returned to television. Um Other than that, you had
It's like a
you had a sneak peek of War Games again, like we've been saying. So
Y- Oh, 100%. And that's what, like, that's really all they did. They did a bunch of Judgment Day Danhausen nonsense, which is most of the show for some reason. That was horrible. They
yes,
had War Games teasers and a man who's a heel returning to his heel faction getting the babyface moment in the main event of the show. And to me, I just can't care for any of it, man. The only thing I cared about coming out of Saturday was Lyra and Bailey, and you give Lyra an off-screen segment for most of your audience. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? This episode was just a bunch of nonsense, fluff. They literally had like I think it was three of those Roman and Seth history vignette videos
well, I
where
got
they
them all.
fucking go
Yeah,
through 30
that's right.
the Shield reunion, the cash in, the fucking the Money in the Bank match where we just cut out fucking Mox's fucking cash in. Like, brother, what are we doing here,
Yeah, no, the
man?
show ended
What
with
are we
Seth as
doing
the world
here?
champion, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ugh, he left as world champion. Just stop, bro. Just stop.
Yeah, yeah, please, just stop. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, it was yes, and then obviously, like you said, the other big part of tonight's show was Human Monies and fucking Danhausen and WWE. I swear they got to be fucking with me, bro. There's no shot I watched a segment tonight that ended with
Mhm.
fucking Danhausen and Joe Henry doing the turnaround. And then the cherry on top of the cake, they announced a fucking Danhausen
Segment.
and Joe Henry concert for next week. And this is the go home show to SummerSlam, mind you. This is the go home show to
That,
SummerSlam. I'm gonna lose it.
bro, you know what? You know what I think it is, bro? I think they're realizing how much Henry sucks, and this is like one of their ditch efforts to be like, well, the fans pop for Danhausen, so let's try to give Henry the Danhausen rub. And I think
Yep.
that's the goal here,
I could
which
see
is
that.
fucking wild of a sentence.
I could, yeah, that's just everything wrong with Monday Night Raw at the moment. I don't know. We got a lot to talk about, man. There's not really anything from SmackDown, so we can give our brief thoughts on Saturday night's main event instead. And then there's obviously Dynamite and Raw. So that was pretty much that's pretty much everything we will be going over on Unscripted today. There's one thing from SmackDown we could talk about that literally broke as we were fucking live. It broke like literally the last 15 minutes we were live on Friday, so we could talk about that. I think they were watching the podcast and probably got a fucking idea because I literally said this
You said
exactly.
that exact thing.
So kind of funny, but there you go. Well,
I
how's
hate
everybody
them.
doing? That's terrible. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us for another edition of Unscripted. This episode 309 of Unscripted. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know the show works every single Monday after Raw. We are on here with Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here with the Newsman. And finally, this weekend, we will be live with an AEW pay-per-view. I'm very excited. I've been missing an AEW pay-per-view. I just miss a night of wrestling where I could just enjoy myself and it's not just
But dude,
boring
we got
television.
one tonight.
Oh my god, dude.
We got on Right
Freaking
Wrestling tonight. We got like 4 matches, man.
shoot me,
They were
bro.
all ass.
Yeah, they all sucked. So we'll be live for AEW Redemption this weekend in 6 days on Sunday. So very excited for that. And then next week we do have SummerSlam. So there you go, man. We're very excited for it. Yeah. So if you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video where you can find the slept on since 2020 design as well as all the other OG designs live on there as we speak. Again, that is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, man. And with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got none other than my guy, Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead and let the people know what it is you are smiling about this evening.
Man, sometimes you just smile because you just knew, you and the people you were close to were right the whole time. And then other times you watch Monday Night Raw and that smile goes away. It was a rough episode of Raw today. It was, man. It was. But I'm here with you guys. But a good thing that dropped today, Logan mentioned, was the Doomsday trailer. I did watch it. I know Johnny didn't watch it, so I'm not going to spoil anything.
No, please, go ahead.
All I'm
Go
gonna
ahead and
say,
talk about it.
all I'm going to say is it looks good. And I'm, excited to see, how it leads into Secret Wars. And I'm a little concerned because it's kind of just aura farm moments, seemingly so far. I get the vibe of the trailer. It's kind of, classic Bloodline where it's what is it? Hype moments and aura. That's kind of all it is. But it does look pretty good, man, and I'm very excited for it. I'm more excited for Spider-Man coming out SummerSlam weekend, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But still looks pretty good, man. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling, man. Just been chilling. And I'm joining for these pay-per-view weekends, man. I'm excited for Redemption. I am kind of excited for a few matches on SummerSlam, I guess I can say, man. And I'm just excited for the pay-per-view weekends, man. So I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How they're doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Honestly, just chilling, bro. Just chilling. Still enjoying Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's been pretty good.
Nice.
It's been pretty good. I've been enjoying the game, I must say. Probably within the next couple days, I'm probably gonna end up buying NBA 2K26. It's $7
Oh
on
shit.
sale right
Oh
now.
damn.
So I'm probably gonna end up buying it just for boredom reasons. So I'm probably gonna end up buying it, seeing what the deal is. Again, it's $7. You can't really beat that. Again, I'll never, unless it looks, 2K16 levels of good. Again, then I probably won't be buying an NBA game or really any sports game at full price personally. But $7 can't beat that, man. Can't beat that. So I'm excited. I'm excited. But yes, I did not see the Doomsday trailer. I've been out of the loop, bro. I've been out of the loop. I think I still gotta watch like the recent Spider-Man trailer they put out. Didn't they put out a new one recently?
With Spider-Man, I can't lie. They have so many like sneak peek like
Gotcha.
moments and so many trailers. It might even be better just to not watch all these new trailers because it gets to a point where I'm like, damn, y'all damn near
Spoiling
showing a
half the
whole
movie.
movie in these
Yeah.
fucking yeah.
Yeah.
So like for Spider-Man, they release so many. You could probably ease off on that, but for at least the
Okay.
Doomsday, this is like the first trailer, so I would
Okay.
definitely watch that.
Okay. Yeah, but I am excited for it nonetheless. I'm excited for it. Was MF Doom in the trailer? Was there any MF Doom music in the trailer?
I hate to break it to you,
This is
man.
fucking
No
bullshit.
MF Doom in the trailer,
Come on,
and I
dude.
just have a feeling if it shows up in the movie, I feel like it would be the credits. I don't think it would be like actually like a part of any of the real
Come
secret.
on, bro.
That's just the vibe I'm getting,
This is
man. That's just the
ridiculous.
vibe I'm getting.
Bro, we got a Juggalo in the chat. I won.
We do got a Juggalo in the chat. You
We
did
fucking
win.
won, dude.
We won. We got one in the chat. Love to
Dude,
see it,
what are your
man.
thoughts on JCW? Actually, one day, me and Sir K were
We
chilling in a Denny's, and all the JCW guys, they were having a show near
nearby.
us, like
Mhm.
about 20 minutes away from maybe where this Denny's location was, and a bunch of the JCW guys were actually in Denny's with us. So,
It was very cool.
big fan of the Juggalos, man. Big fan. Big fan right
Gotta
here.
love him, man.
Yeah,
Gotta
huge
love him. It
fan of
was
the
like 2 in the
Juggalos, man.
morning.
Yeah,
We were at fucking Denny's,
yeah,
and the whole fucking roster done walked in, and we're chowing down. We didn't go up and bother him. We're not those type of fans.
yeah,
Even though he doesn't like us on Instagram, I think Punk would like us in real life
yeah,
because
exactly.
we wouldn't just go up to
Reload.
him and talk to him in real life. I'm gonna let them guys eat, bro. They just came from a show dealing with a bunch of fans. You don't want to fucking eat dealing with more fans, so you just gotta let them be.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%,
He
man.
don't like us on Instagram though. Block
Yeah, he
both of
blocked
us.
us. Blocked us on Instagram, bro. I think he was talking on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, and I think he said like he got rid of Twitter and he like went on like a big
Only
blocking spree on Instagram. So I don't think I I
it
don't
makes
think it was
sense.
anything personal. Obviously, I don't think it was anything
No,
personal. He has no idea who we are. But like,
he's no, he's not.
but like, I think I think it was literally at the time like anybody
Block, block,
who
block.
yes, I think it was like anybody who even slightly ruffled his feathers like just got the block. So, but you know who does have a personal vendetta, at least against me, is Adam Copeland, bro. He didn't like the Adam Copeland rah rah speech nomination
He
2
did
years
not,
ago.
he did not like that, dude. You know what? We also have another one who don't like us, man. He's also bald,
Yeah,
like Triple H is trying to hide.
yeah.
It's fucking
And he's
Eric Young.
released.
He does
Yeah.
hate us.
He is a
He is
released
released, man.
from WWE
Two
and
times over.
TNA talent. Yeah, he's released from
2 times
TNA.
over.
Yeah.
Fucking. Hey, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
No, it's alright. He's a loser. He's a
Yeah,
loser.
he is a loser.
Your best days were insanity, and everybody in the group was better than you, brother. And you were the leader.
Dead ass weakest member. But all right.
And you were the leader of the group. But, I digress. I
I
digress.
digress.
Um, Oh man, Durante, what's going on, brother? He says the show was boring. Yes, it was.
No,
Yes, it was. And manager Logan
no
says
way.
he's finished Black Flag Resynced. He says it's an absolute banger.
It's classic.
You know, man, similar to my tactic for buying NBA 2K26, as soon as that bad boy goes on sale, I will probably be running back some. I'm a sale demon at this point, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say this man is the PlayStation Store sale demon. God damn.
um, yeah, man. Man, as soon as it goes on sale, I will probably be buying Black Flag Resynced, man, because that is
I
that's an
respect it.
absolute that is a childhood classic. Childhood classic is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So
With
love that one.
with the success of Resync, I think they're gonna do a Resident Evil, where they're gonna release a current game, and then the remake, the resync of an older game, like
Ah,
I think they're gonna do that, and I could see 3 being next. I could see them going in
Resident Evil
reverse.
3. Gotcha. Didn't they already do the remake of Resident Evil 3?
Oh no, I'm talking about Assassin's Creed is gonna do that shit.
Oh, you
They're
said
about to
Resident
make a
Evil. Oh,
yeah, I say they're gonna pull a Resident Evil and release a
oh,
current game and
gotcha.
remake a current game.
Okay.
I think they're gonna do that shit, and I
Didn't
think
they
3
already
is the next
remaster
one.
3? Or was their
Did
remaster like
they?
a maybe it was a PS4 remaster? I
It
thought
might have been like a PS4. Ooh,
yeah,
was there a
maybe they'll
PS?
maybe hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Either way, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah,
I love 3. I love 3, bro. I can't
I
lie,
need to do
dude.
2. I
Yes.
need to do 2. I
Yeah.
need 2.
Yeah, they got to start giving us 2s and brotherhoods and those ones,
And
bro.
like 1, that
Yeah,
shit I would really
bro.
like.
Yeah, 100%.
They are dropping
Especially
like 3 remakes.
especially too because um the Assassin's Creed, like I tried to replay 2, kind of runs like shit in today's modern, like the parkour in it is not
Yeah, oh
very
yeah.
smooth. You know what I mean? So those
No,
ones are definitely due for a remake. I think they
I
would.
think so.
Yeah, it runs fine. I misspoke. It runs fine. It's the parkour is so fucking choppy on it, you know.
I get
Um
that, I'm sure.
so yeah, but I would love a remake for those ones. I can't lie. But yeah, 3, I'll take it, man. I'll definitely take it. But
Yeah.
hey man, let's see. What do we got here? Oh my god, I gotta change the logo. It's not Beach Break anymore. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. All right, AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite. The show opens up with a Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley training segment ahead of their match. Will Ospreay was beating the ground to death as Jon Moxley prepared him, for their tag team match later in the night. Pretty cool segment to open the show. Obviously, this is what we've known to. This is what we've known to love with these guys. So yeah, this is a good open to the show, man. I must say.
Very good open. Obviously, I love those segments of, the training of Will Ospreay segments, man. And I just like that, at least from everything I'm kind of expecting from the story to go, I think the Death Riders are gonna, train Will Ospreay, and I think they're gonna see a side of him they didn't expect him to go that far. And I think we saw a glimpse of it later on Dynamite, which is really cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, man. And the show opened up match-wise with Cage and Cope versus the Death Riders. Wheeler
Shit.
Yuta and Daniel Garcia.
Tag team.
Yeah, what a team. Cage and Cope pick up the victory here, and afterwards, the dogs attack Cage and Cope, and Claudio and the rest of the Death Riders, except for Moxley and Will, they came out. They came out afterward. I'm sorry, they didn't come out at all. But the rest of the Death Riders came out afterwards to help attack. So, again, towing the lines between heel and babyface. They play one role 1 second and a completely different the next. It's like they come off as baby faces with Will Ospreay, but then they're like boys with the dogs, like beating up baby faces. Sometimes it's a little confusing. I can't lie.
A little confusing because, like, John Moxley himself really can be a great tweener, But when the whole group is kind of doing the tweener thing, I don't think it works as well. Like, I think the group itself needs to overall pick a side, and it's kind of John Moxley that himself that can toe the lines, because the whole group doing it, I'm like, all right, this a whole group's jumping somebody. That's kind of some heelish shit, let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a bit confusing, but the Bang Bang Gang come out and save Cage and Cope afterwards. And Switchblade steals David Finley's shillelagh.
How could he?
I know. Stealing world championships, now he's stealing shillelaghs. It's a pretty decent open to the show. It's a pretty good match. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. I did enjoy it.
No, I definitely did enjoy it. A lot of Death Riders on the show, which, you know, in a way I'm always down for. And I like the dogs being on the show. Obviously, they're always going to lose whatever situation they're in, whatever they're building up here. Which, you know, speaking of the dogs, I don't think they do them on television. Do you see their little, like, Twitter promos where it's like one of those, you know, you remember those, like, sad dog commercials?
Oh, I did
About, like,
see that.
donating?
Yeah, I
They,
seen
like,
the
do
Bang
those
Bang
on
Gang
Twitter?
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and this shit's fucking hilarious. They should put that on television.
Yeah, you big Bang Bang Gang guy?
Oh, dude, I love the group name and identity, man. I love a giant fucking group name. Bang Bang Gang. 24. Like, man, I would hate to be a commentator for their matches. I really would.
Yeah. I'm surprised Excalibur hasn't called them the Bang Gang Gang.
The Gang Bang Gang.
Gang Gang.
He,
The Gang
he would
Bang
totally say
Gang.
just the what? What did you just say?
The Gang
He
Bang
would totally
Gang.
fuck that up.
I mean, oh,
The
sorry.
Gang Bang Gang. I mean, shit. Oh, sorry. No, no.
All right, man. This is where things get serious on this show. All right. Let's slow down the mood here for a minute. The Demand ordered
Yeah.
Jay Lethal and
Okay.
the Swirl
Jay Lee.
to attack the conglomeration because the Demand is coming for the trios titles. Can you believe this?
No, I thought the swirl were like a ROH thing. First of all, Jay Lethal has just been a non-factor on AEW for the past like 2 years. So I guess he's just with a bunch of ROH guys now.
Do you remember that group
And
he
like
was in? Where it was like him, Satnam Singh,
It
and
was
Jeff
him
Jarrett,
and
and Sanjay Dutt. Holy
yeah, I
shit.
do remember that group. That was a bad group, dude. And like I guess on paper the swirl is like a better group, but like what is that group in itself? You know what I mean? Like the swirl,
Mercenaries.
because yeah, brother. Yeah, who isn't a fucking mercenary in AEW? That's fucking everybody.
All we need is
But
Action
the
Andretti in
Demand.
here. No.
So is the Demand like cool with the swirl in them?
Oh
Or are they
yeah, they're
making
yeah
them do that?
yeah no, they're boys. Yeah, they got them to do it.
So they're just doing it for them. So
Yeah,
they get a title shot for them.
correct.
Just what do you say?
I'm
to that?
watching this
Like,
shit. I'm watching this segment, and Ricochet's telling Orange Cassidy, he's like, "Yeah, we're coming for those titles, but we're not gonna attack you." And then they get attacked, and I'm like, "Oh, who is this?" You know what I mean? And then I get a better look at these guys, and it's Lee Johnson, Christian, what's it, Blake Christian, and
Blake Christian.
Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like what? What? Like who? Like who okayed that? What is that segment?
You had Jay Lethal and Jack Harlow up there beating people up for non-title shots.
Yeah, like
What are
they
you guys doing
like
there?
what? I don't
Like, you
know,
doing
man.
it for them?
Yeah, dude.
Oh man,
They're boys,
What-
man. They're boys.
And that's the worst part is at some point they're going to attack the Demand and be like, "We only got you a title shot because we want to take it from you." And it's gonna be the dumbest shit ever, or some shit like they are gonna get their title shots and they're gonna screw them over in their title shot, and it's gonna be like, bro, what are we doing here? And look at the baby faces they're going after, the conglomeration. It is a fucking trifecta of stupid fuckery with these people in this circle right now. Just get rid of those titles, please.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Pretty
do Freebird.
yeah, they got a pretty weak for a company that used to be really stacked with trios. Holy
These
hell.
trios
It's
suck.
weak, bro. Weak
You
as
got the
hell.
fucking swirl and Jay Lethal, the demand and the conglomeration all flying for the titles. My God.
Yeah, dude. Big shooters, bro. Big shooters. So, next up, man, we got our boy Andrade. Got my guy Andrade on the show, bro. He's talking to Renee
Let's go.
Paquette.
Okay.
Andrade tells her he has MJF's Dynamite Diamond ring.
Okay.
Renee Paquette says, Where did you get the ring? Andrade says he has a good friend. Renee asks Andrade, is that good friend's name Will Ospreay? So Andrade is a very important question for Renee. He looks at Renee and he says, how you know?
How you know?
Come on, bro.
Goated.
Come on,
Huge
dog.
pop.
Huge pop, bro. Huge pop for my boy Andrade. Renee, how you know? Still hasn't
How you
answered
know,
it, bro.
man?
She still hasn't
No,
given
she
us a good
couldn't
answer.
answer.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, you're
I don't
right.
know who her sources are.
Yeah, exactly. How you know? Shirt's
How
pretty
you know?
tough, man. Shirt's pretty tough. It's got like the Mexico flag over
I was
the
gonna
how
say,
you know.
I actually really like this shirt. I'm like, damn, he's actually got a fun shirt with it too.
Andrade's
Come
got
on,
some
bro.
banger shirts. Me and Sir K were looking at the
He actually
shop a
has good
couple weeks
merch.
ago. He actually has 2 fire ass shirts, bro. I can't lie. I cannot lie to
Hmm.
you.
Hopefully they might have something at all out. You know, you never know.
Sir K, bro. I feel like we keep giving innuendos to each other.
Hey, you know how it goes with me and you, man. If you're down, I'm down. That's how it goes.
We might have to take the free ride, bro.
Take the free run.
Come on,
I'll go to
dog.
Minnesota just to hear that song live.
Bro. Just so I can do the skull clap, bro. Come on, dog.
Gable.
Gable.
I'll do
Come
that
on,
shit,
dog.
man. I'll jump the barricade to do that shit.
So Andrade then faces the fuck is his name? Jake Doyle. I almost called him Davis Doyle. Jake Doyle. I couldn't remember his first name.
For being honest here.
Yeah, for real. Well, Jake Doyle's a demon, bro. According to the AEW.
They fucking love that man, dude. He's their demon, bro.
AEW's fans' obsession with random people on the roster kills me, bro.
He's the
Jake,
best thing
dude,
ever.
the Jake Doyle hype, some of the funniest shit you've ever seen in your life, bro. It's like it's maybe like a year ago when they had like this big obsession with Queen Aminata for some reason. They're the best. They're the best.
Queen Aminata versus fucking somebody Thor
versus
oh
Tony Storm at All In. Like, what are you booking, bro?
What?
No one's booking that.
Y'all love fucking Queen Aminata, Josh Alexander, Jake Doyle. Like, dude, what are these obsessions, bro? That's like a fucking WWE fan being obsessed with Akira Tozawa because he's fucking good in the that's who you're obsessed. That's your goat. Like, all right, bro. All right.
Jake Doyle.
We all got one of those mid-card loser goats, man. But AEW fans, they sure know how to pick those ones.
Yeah, they don't have elite ball knowledge, bro. If you talk about real mid card goats, man, you're talking about or real unknown goats, right? You're talking about Jacob Novak, right? You're talking about Lucky Cannon, bro. Who is fucking with Lucky fucking Cannon, dude? You're talking about, quite frankly, the greatest big man of all time. I'm talking about the Eli Cottonwood, bro. Okay, come on. They don't know, bro. They don't know.
They don't know the goats, man. They don't know the goats.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I don't know what about it. For some reason, when I was a kid, I was a big NXT guy. When it was a game show, Dude, I was a big ass Lucky Cannon fan, or no, I'm sorry, I was a big ass Eli Cottonwood fan. I don't know what it was, bro. I created a whole Road to WrestleMania mode with Eli Cottonwood, bro. It was crazy. It was fucking
Like
crazy,
Cottonwood,
man.
he was going crazy. He
Dude,
was shooting out there,
that
man.
that
That's a
was my
real
boy.
shooter.
That was
Oh
my
yeah,
fucking boy, bro. That was my boy. I wonder what he's doing today in life, man. I hope he's doing good. Same with Jacob Novak, bro. He's went completely
oh,
dark
they're
on
doing good.
everything, bro.
How could he? How could
Yeah.
he, man? He's probably like fucking a fucking manager in like a fucking office space, and
Yeah.
like they probably ask him like, "What did you used to do?" Oh, I
Yeah.
used to be a wrestler.
Yeah, he uses it as
Really?
lore. I used to be on WWE. What?
What? Yeah, my name was Jacob Novak.
Yeah, my ring name was Jacob Novak. Oh man. See, they don't know about the real GOAT, Jacob Novak, bro. They really don't.
No,
They really don't, bro.
they
They're too
really don't.
focused on Jake Doyle. They don't know. Um
Exactly.
Andrade defeats, I almost did it again. I almost called him Davis Doyle. Jake Doyle.
There you go.
He defeats Jake Doyle to earn himself a shot at Mark Davis at Redemption for the
Oh yeah,
national
he's
title.
champion.
I'm very excited for this, bro. I think Andrade is going to get some gold. I know it's the national title, but still, I think I think he actually might walk into to All In as a champion, bro, which is pretty fucking dope.
I think he might at this point. I think he might. I think I actually, the more of the vibe I get, I do think they want him in that world title scene at some point,
Oh yeah,
in the next few months or whatever. And I think this is like a holdover mid card title, so he doesn't look like a loser up until then. I think that's what this is, man. And I'm pumped, man. I'm a big Davis guy. I love Mark Davis, but he's gonna have to go under.
yeah, he's definitely going under, bro. I was actually excited, man, when they showed the graphic for this. When they showed the graphic for this, I thought to myself, it's gonna be a pretty good match, right? It's gonna be a pretty good match. You got
I think
you
it
got
is.
Mark Davis in there, and you obviously got Andrade, greatest luchador of all time, and
Truly.
Andrade's probably gonna get to walk into All In as a champion because there's no way, like. Tony Khan sees it. Like Tony hears it. Tony sees it. People love Andrade, and Tony. I feel like Tony's gonna put a championship on him. I think he's gonna put a championship on him. And again,
I think he is.
I know it's not the world championship, and I know everybody makes fun of AEW. They got fucking 12 mid card titles or whatever. But at the end of the day, a title's a title, and
It is.
I think him having a title match at All In London, where he possibly is going to win and retain his title at All In London, I think is very good for Andrade, um and I'm really happy for him, man. I'm really happy for him. I think he deserves it. He got over on his own. He's been killing it all year. Anytime you put this guy on pay-per-view, he's an absolute banger waiting to happen. And then he started his little catchphrase, bro, and it got massively over. So it's like, at the end of the day, he earned it.
As well.
He pretty much got over on his own. So here you go, Tony. You're fucking being handed a
Essentially.
superstar right on your hand, right on a silver platter. So there you go.
And at least
Andrade.
Tony Khan has the intelligence to fucking actually do something. Again, people are like, oh yeah, it's a mid card title, it's a fucking NWA title, whatever the fucking title's called, national, all national or whatever it's called, man.
Yeah.
But it makes the title look better because people like Andrade sort of like the title more. And at this point, if I have to choose a mid card title for him to get, anything but TNT for anybody to get, I'm okay with.
There you go, man. Well, TNT
That
might be
title's
a
a curse.
TNT title might be a good thing for Andrade to get because that means he's gonna by default get a world title match afterwards.
That is true. He's going to get like 3 world title
Yeah,
matches.
gonna
He's all
lose
going
all
to
of
lose for no reason.
them.
Exactly.
The Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are out there with Kenny Omega.
Oh,
And they present Kenny Omega with a new AEW championship. Not really, obviously, a new one. This is just a black strap rather than
yeah.
the Triple
The
B.
Burberry.
So they hand Kenny Omega a new AEW championship, obviously with a black strap and with Kenny Omega side plates.
Ooh.
Kenny says we will see the best version of him at All In. Will Ospreay comes out and he interrupts him. Will tells Omega, because obviously earlier, and I forgot to mention that early segment, Moxley's big point he was hitting home to Ospreay was do not be afraid to pull the trigger after
Exactly.
Will Ospreay got done pummeling the ground. I don't know why that would be a fear of John Moxley, but regardless, he had his
See,
helmet for
I'm hard the
oral
fuck in the
purposes.
ground.
Yeah, as he's beating the holy fuck out of concrete.
I
So,
don't think he knows that at that point.
so Will tells Kenny Omega no matter what he has to do, he has to complete what he set out to do at All In. He said, no matter what it takes, it's not personal, but I will have to do what I have to do. So, obviously insinuating he's more than likely going to murder Kenny Omega at All In London.
100%. Oh yeah.
He then throws a bunch of like anime references. I'm not really familiar something about Goku. I'm sure
Versus somebody.
yeah, Goku versus somebody. I'm sure you anime heads could fill in the blanks there. He threw in a bunch of anime innuendos and basically just hyped up the fight. And then Kevin Knight came out. And he says that he was owed a world championship match coming out of Forbidden Door. So I don't even mind Kevin Knight getting this, but like, wasn't the championship matches only guaranteed if they won?
I thought that was like the whole point of the match. If they won, then boom, they got the championship matches, and they didn't. They lost. So like, why do you get this match, bro? You lost, and it's not even the same champion anymore. So you like double lost.
So
you know what I mean?
he says he's owed a title match. So Kenny Omega accepts his challenge, and they set this match up for redemption. The Don Callis family then come out and they try to attack. They try to surround the ring, but then the Death Riders come out to help Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega, as Kenny Omega kind of backed up and kept the Death Riders in his sight. Which also Will and Moxley will be facing the Bucks at Redemption. So that's going to be a fucking banger.
That's gonna be a banger, dude.
Yeah, and B, I don't know, man. I feel like they're setting this thing up to where, again, like Sir K said, they're going to completely, I feel like, desensitize Will Ospreay to the fact that like Kenny Omega is his friend at the end of the day, and he's just gonna have the goal in mind. So it's going to be a really cool story they're going to tell, man. And again, the beaten, battered, washed up, broke down Terminator Kenny Omega against Will Ospreay. Dude, it's gonna be really, really cool to see. It's gonna be really cool to see Ospreay put him out of his misery, if you will.
It is. It's going to be really cool to see. I'm very excited to see, because like obviously they're doing the whole thing where Kenny's telling him, "Don't trust the Death Riders. Don't trust the Death Riders." He's, back to back with Will, looking at the Death Riders, not trusting them, really not knowing the one he really can't trust is the one he's back to back with. And I really like that idea. He doesn't know. He doesn't. I don't even think Will knows yet that he's the snake in the grass. And I really like that, man. I really like what they're setting up. And I think whatever's going to happen in that match, Will Ospreay is just going to take it too far, and I think it's going to do damage to Kenny Omega. He's going to fucking murder Kenny Omega to get the gold, and I really hope they do it to a point where it shocks the Death Riders to where they didn't even think Will Ospreay would have went that far, man. It kind of appalls them in a way. I'm very excited for what they're doing. I love what they're doing. I love the story they're setting up, and I love all the way all the pieces come together, man. Obviously, in this segment, they also set up the Kevin Knight match. Not really a big fan of that right now, man. Again, it's not because of Kevin Knight. It's more just because we've gotten Kevin Knight getting world championship matches very recently, so I don't get the repeat here. And he's TNT champion. I get that's that kind of running joke we have at the whole point of the TNT title at this point is just to have world championship matches you lose. But like, I would have really liked a Darby in that spot. I would have really liked, just, I don't know, just a few other names in that spot for Kenny Omega's probably last title defense on pay-per-view in his AEW career, very possibly. So, and it's not even that it's a bad match to have that under. It's just we've seen it a couple times so far, and I don't know if it aligned this time for me. I like Knight. I do, man. I'm sure the match is gonna be tough as hell. I'm sure it's gonna be a banger, but I don't know. I just really would have liked, a Darby or more. Funny enough, more of like a older person he has history with, if that makes sense, man. Either way, it's gonna be good, and we're all in. I love what they're setting up with this story.
Yes, the all-in story again, with the more and more it goes on. I feel like it does kind of prove us right in the sense that Kenny Omega was the right choice coming out of Beach Break as the world champion.
I think so.
At least I feel, and this again is just my guess, but I feel like this is more intriguing than whatever we would have gotten with MJF and Will Ospreay personally. At least for
I
me,
think so.
I think there's a lot of good story here they can dabble into. As for Kevin Knight, um, I do get your points. I do get your points, and I think they're valid points. I do. I think that you know, again, with this probably being more than likely being Kenny Omega's final title
I hope
defense.
so.
Yeah, at this point, I'm really praying this is his last title defense. Um, Yes, and I was saying this on Friday too. I would like even the addition of Darby Allin to that match, just
Yeah,
because. And one thing I was saying is, um, I would have really loved a Darby match. We've never gotten Darby and Kenny on a big stage. And actually, I don't think we've ever gotten them one on one. And I really think they would really show out. As for Kevin Knight, me personally, I don't really mind it. I don't really mind it. I think it's it's a redemption pay per view. It's not one of their biggest pay per views, so I don't really see I don't really see a problem with putting a guy like Kevin Knight in that main event spot. Obviously, they've done this before with the likes of Kyle Fletcher at All Out last year in Toronto. It's like I actually really like when they throw guys, them young guys in a main event. So that's the reason I don't really mind it, and I'm really excited to see it. I think Kevin Knight and Kenny Omega are going to have a really good match. I don't think we've seen them one on one in a big pay per view spot before, but I do get it. We have seen Kevin Knight in a lot of world title matches recently. We've kind of seen him as hanging around the world title loser scene
yeah.
recently. So I definitely get the point, but for me I did I did really enjoy it. I did really enjoy it. Although the Darby match, I would have taken 1,000%, and I would even still take a Darby Allin addition to this. I don't mind the addition of or I don't mind the main event being Knight and Omega at all. And I actually really like it. Kevin Knight, on the promo, uh, a little rough, a little rough. He again, it's the same problem. He's toe to toe with Kenny Omega, and you still sound lesser on the mic, and it's just like we all know Kenny Omega ain't a fucking. We all know Kenny Omega ain't nobody on the fucking mic, bro. It's
Bro, you gotta show those shit Kenny shade like that.
no, it's
I
like
mean, you're not wrong, but like,
it's like I'm thinking this as I'm watching this shit, because like fucking Kenny Omega's out here talking about anime and shit. And fucking dapping up with Will Ospreay, you fucking waltz out there, and you still can't sound better than Kenny Omega on a mic. Like Kenny Omega, even, and again, no shit on Kenny. He's even said it himself. He knows he ain't that good on the mic, and it's like, yeah, bro, you're right. You're not. So how how can Kevin Knight walk out there? How can Kevin Knight walk out there and still proceed to sound lesser on the mic than Kenny Omega? It's a little like, damn, dog. And it's like, I do feel bad for him in a sense, because I feel like he was getting better on the mic as a babyface, and I don't know if like the whole heel switch completely like fucked up whatever development was going on there. But it's like, and I do think he's gonna grow, and he's so young, and I really think he's gonna get way better on the mic, and I think he's gonna blossom. But it's just like, man, you can't sound better than Omega on the mic, like shit.
Like, no, it is easy to be better than Omega on the mic, and like Logan says, Omega can be great on the mic,
Yeah,
but most of the time, a lot of his promos are kind of just word babble,
he don't be
and
knowing
he
what the
has
fuck he's
great.
saying, bro.
For me, a great Kenny Omega promo is when he has a clear goal in mind for that promo and he executes it very well. But when it's kind of just like, okay, go out there, speak about the program you're in, it kind of just talks about shit in a way. He's very 50-50 with his promo ability. Either it's very nothing or it is great, and he does have amazing promos under his belt. He does, but like you said, for Kevin Knight to go out there and kind of be worse than Kenny Omega on a microphone in the same night, is not great. And again, not that he is inherently bad. I don't think that at all. I think it's a mix of the material he gets with his current like heel character because he's with the fucking Don Callis family and shit. I think that's a big part of it. And maybe we'll see over time. Maybe he wasn't the one they should have turned heel. Might see that over time. Either way, I don't think it's bad enough to dislike him on the mic. I don't think it is. It's just kind of one of those things where you're just kind of sad that he's not as good as he is on the mic. You know what I mean? Where it's like, damn, you can't be a little better on the mic, man.
Yeah.
But I do like Knight. I do, man. What's up? What's up, Gotti? How you been doing, man?
Hello, Gotti. How are you, brother? He says, throwing it in, just throwing into the ether. SummerSlam, time for main event Sunday. Seth Rollins been attacked. Uh, interesting,
You know,
interesting. I wonder. Yeah. I mean, I could. I wonder if they'll
man, I'll
make it
take
be
it at this
like
point.
that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it'll be
I'll
better
take it
than
at this
just a
point.
straight Rollins
Shield
and
War.
yeah. Well, I she love Shield Lore, man. Love Shield Lore.
Fucking
Um,
three fucking segments of Shield Lore tonight. Three vignettes of Shield Lore tonight. My God.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Kenny Omega. I think Kenny Omega's best work on the mic comes from when he's like a heel. Even
I
when
think it does.
like I think back to some of his promos against Will on like. I think back to some of his promos against Will, like during their build to their New Japan match, and those were okay because like Omega was largely playing the heel in a sense, even though everybody in Japan loves him, he was kind of the
He
heel,
was
I guess.
technically
And
like,
yeah,
yeah.
in that, um, some of his stuff in 2021 was like okay, but like largely like name a good Kenny Omega promo. Like name a definitive Kenny Omega promo. And like he's like, and it's no shade on Kenny. Kenny literally admits it himself. He knows he's not the best on the mic. He's not fucking, you know, he's
No,
not
yeah.
straight,
He's not.
like early
Michael
Baron
McGill
Corbin
type.
on the mic, but like
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know, man. It just
He's just bland most of the time. That's the problem. It's not that it's bad,
and he
even.
like
It's just very
yeah,
bland.
and he like stumbles over his words. It like fucking sounds out of breath half the time. Like I don't know, man.
And I love
Kenny's
Kenny. He's got
I
aura.
no 100%, 100%. Everybody knows this about Kenny, bro. Everybody knows this about Kenny, and it's like Kevin, come on, bro. You you can't sound better than him. Come on,
That's
dog.
kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, bro.
A little bit, bro. Just saying. But yes, but we get the match for Redemption. Again, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I think it's going to be a really good match, and I'm very excited to see how this continues to develop with the Death Riders, Omega, and Osprey. So I'm excited.
100%. I'm very excited.
Brodito defeated the Factory,
Dude, man,
brother.
that
Tony
fucking
Khan must have been
camera
paying
panned
attention to
in.
the Tony Khan must have been paying attention to the Arby story, bro. He put Aaron Solo on. He must have heard about him getting
Gen-
rejected and fucking felt bad for him.
Genuinely, that's probably why they were on television, bro, because of that fucking story gaining relevance. And then fucking Arby's sent something to Fallon Henley, and my God, his homie aired him out so bad that he made it back to television for a squash match. My God.
Cody Rhodes, bro, he's still having an impact. He's still having an impact on the his nightmare family still lives on, bro.
Unfortunately.
They lost to Brodito. After this, we got the AEW Dynamite return of Commander. He faced Kyle Fletcher.
Commander. Which one? Which one is Commander? See somebody?
No, not really. He's
I vaguely remember Command. Does he got like an orange color scheme?
No, he's the one that runs across the top rope and does that flip onto the outside.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Okay, I think I
Yeah.
know. I think I remember who Commander is.
Remember he won the
I-
title in ROH and there was like videos of him like bawling his fucking eyes out because Tony
Oh
Khan.
yeah.
Yeah. Him.
Okay, I do remember Commander now.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So Kyle Fletcher defeats Commander here in Commander's AEW Dynamite return. And afterwards he gets attacked by Takeshita.
Mm.
And Takeshita then gets attacked by Okada. Okada and Kyle Fletcher then both go to grab the international title, and they have a little tug of war over it. And something tells me this is going to be the match for All In. I feel like it's going to be a triple threat: Takeshita, Fletcher, and Okada, even though maybe they do it at Redemption. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm very interested. They might have something else planned for one of them and do a one-on-one at All In. But I think we're either going to get the triple threat first and then something at All In, or something else at Redemption and then the triple threat at All In. I think we're in that type of ballpark here.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, so at least somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
And then Brodito come out and attacked Kyle Fletcher and Okada to save Takeshita.
Man, what allies.
There you go. Chris Jericho reveals the return of the Painmaker. He says the Painmaker is coming for the Psycho Killer. He tells Ciampa, "You bring the pain, and I'll bring the Painmaker." Man.
Oh, brother, he should have just stayed backstage.
Negative aura coming from that line, bro.
Way to kill your legacy, man. What are you doing here? You're on an Undertaker run at this point. Jericho, you just fucking everything up. Why are you bringing back old gimmicks?
The video had absolutely no aura as well, because bro, he does a scream, right? Like he screams as the Painmaker. And you know, typically when people do like a B-roll shot of a scream, it's like slowed down. Like if you watch like a basketball highlight, when fucking LeBron James fucking dunks and he screams, the scream usually is like slowed down. It adds to the dramaticness of it or whatever. It adds to the drama of you know the shot, right? He was screaming at regular speed, bro. It looked absolutely fucking terrible. It looked so terrible. He was like,
he's so auraless, bro.
like, dude, oh god, stop this.
It's rough to watch, man. It's really rough to watch, man. I'm like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? He's gonna keep bringing back old gimmicks, and hope they get over, and it's not gonna get over.
I hope he brings back Corazon de Leon. You know?
Oh god, he's gonna bring back fucking champion, whatever the fuck he was.
Well,
what was he?
Oh god. Yeah, El Champion or La Champion or something. Is that what you're talking
Whatever
about?
he fucking
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Darby Allin defeats Brian Cage. We then get a segment with Darby and Omega. Kenny Omega's in the back, and Darby Allin walks up to him, and he tells Kenny, "You can't waste your time talking to Kevin. He's not gonna change. You need to humble him and beat it out of him." Darby says he's gonna humble him and beat it out of him next week. Moxley says Darby walks off, and then Moxley walks up, and he tells Kenny, he says, "Darby's right. People are who they are. They can't pretend to be anything else, even if they try." Now, what could that mean? That could mean a lot of things. That could mean Kenny Omega's pretending to be not washed up, even though he knows he's washed up.
Come on.
Or he could be insinuating that Will Ospreay is pretending to be Omega's friend, even though he's not. That could mean a lot of things. That could mean a lot of things.
It could. It could mean a lot of things, and I think it does at least somewhat pertain to Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. Obviously it does, but I think it pertains to their friendship, and I think it's going to pertain to Will Ospreay and, Kenny not expecting Will to go as far as he's going to go in their match.
100%. I could absolutely see that. So, we got... did I say Darby Allin defeated Brian Cage?
You did, fortunately.
Okay. It was a banger match.
Sure, man.
Kyle Fletcher challenges Bandito for redemption. I'm not gonna lie, I was dead ass just sitting here saying the triple threat might be the way to go for redemption. I completely forgot that they added this. Yes, the triple threat is more than likely gonna be what we get it all in. It's gonna be Okada, Takeshita, Fletcher, which is gonna be great.
I think it's gonna be really good. I could see, maybe whoever whatever ending happens to that match, I could see Fletcher trying to attack Bandito, and Brody King comes out to help him. So Okada goes out to help Fletcher, and then something happens with those two. I could see something like that happening.
Yeah, I could see that too. I could definitely see that too. But yes, Okada Bandito for redemption should be pretty good. Should be pretty good.
Very excited. It's gonna be a good match.
Speedball. Speedball's in the back. He walks up to Kevin Knight, and he tells the Jet that this act that he's putting on to fit in is not working.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, no kidding. He says, he says once he's ready to go back, the fans love him enough, and I love you enough to accept you back. Kevin Knight tells him he doesn't need his love. He tells Speedball, leave him be. He likes being a follower, bro.
He just likes being, part of the group, man. He just wants to be a part of it.
Yeah. I don't know why the fuck anybody would want to be a part of the Don Callis family, but I digress.
No, you just steal your money, apparently.
This is interesting, man. I wonder if they're already thinking about flipping Kevin Knight back to being a babyface.
I in a way I could see it, man. In a way, I don't know if Kevin Knight's just built to be a heel right now. I just don't know if he can. We'll see over time, man. I think, and that's what they're gonna gauge it off of over time. How much if it improves, and if there's not much improvement, I can see them reverting him back to a babyface.
It's interesting, man, because it's almost like I want to say like you haven't even given him a chance to like even do anything as a heel. being that it's only been 2 months, but at the end of the day, he is in the Don Callis family. But I mean, he does seem to be one of the main members of the group. And I mean, look at what the other, as much as I dislike the group, is look at what the other main members have done. If you look at like Takeshita, you look at Kyle Fletcher
Yeah,
and Okada, you know what I mean? Like those guys have done stuff. I can say they have evolved inside of the group. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they're already thinking about doing this, unless this is just a build to a Speedball Kevin Knight match, which to me should
I
be
can
the
see.
match for All In. If that's not the match, then that's a little frustrating, to be honest, because what are we doing? But at the end of the day, I think that at the end of the day, I think they should definitely give it time, man. I mean, why would you put this guy in a main event angle at Double or Nothing to turn heel just to revert him back 2 months later? It's like, that's typical AEW shit that I can't fucking stand. It's like MJF comes
Yeah,
back as a babyface, and here he is a month later going back to heel, and Adam Cole did the big reveal to reveal that he's a heel now, and then he just goes right back, and they completely fucking flip the story and try to fake everybody out. It's ridiculous. I can't stand when they do shit like that, dude. You should have fucking thought about that before you turned him heel. You should have thought about where you wanted to go with this and what exactly it was you foreseen him doing as a heel. And again, it's not like he's lacking to it's not like he's lacking to like to develop. I don't think his work's that bad as a heel to the point where you would
no,
have to revert him back, you know. But I don't know. Again, the same way I said a couple years ago. Why would MJF? Why would MJF go back to being a heel so soon after coming back when people really liked him as a babyface? So I don't know. Didn't make any sense. But it's very interesting to see them kind of pulling a segment like this if it doesn't mean obviously anything other than just a match between the two,
definitely
which I'm
match.
hoping is the case.
I think is the goal for All In, and I like you said that should be the goal for both of them at All In. There is the chance that they do revert him back after the match. My thing is with this, I think what it is Tony Khan doesn't realize how spoiled he was with like Kyle Fletcher and how like quickly, successfully that just worked. And like it's just not going to be that way for everybody. Sometimes you just do need to take a little more time and it is going to get going. And I think that's kind of the Kevin Knight case where I think, the train is going to start, moving along. You just got to give it a little more time. And I hope Tony Khan does give it a little more time.
100%. Because it's like, even like with us, it took a minute with Kyle Fletcher, but it's like for other
Fans.
people, a lot of people loved him as a heel instantly. For me, it
Mhm.
took maybe like 8 months into him, 9 months as a heel. You know what I mean?
It
For me to
did.
really kind of buy into him, but and I think and I feel like it'll be that same way with Kevin Knight. Regardless on how people maybe feel about it right now or whatever, but yeah, I definitely think he should be given a little bit more time. Again, it's been 2 months. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. The main event was completely fucking odd. I don't know why this was in the main event. Mercedes Monet and the Divine Dominion. Well, this was in Boston, so I know why this main
No.
evented. Mercedes Monet and Divine Dominion defeated Willow Nightingale and the World Sisters. Maya and
No. Oh, I always forget the other one's name. I always forget we look it up every time and we forget it afterwards every time.
Maya and Sister World is
My sister world.
yeah, I don't know, that's actually her sister, but whatever. Maya and Sister World lose to Mercedes Monet and Divine Dominion. The show literally just ended with Divine Dominion standing there on the stage and Mercedes Monet doing her fucking CEO dance. Again, I know this main evented because she was in Boston, but what the fuck? This
We-
did not have to main event.
Tony Khan is hilarious because he's such a main event mark. Unless It's AEW weekly television, and he chooses the worst main event every
Yes.
time without
Yes, he
fail. I
does.
don't understand how he fails at that every week. He chooses the weakest match to main event. And like, I get if like his point in a way is to make like lesser matches more seen by making it the main event, but like he does it way too much. Where I'm like, bro, what is this? Damn near every time. Like,
Yeah.
why is this the main event over this every time?
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Um, yeah, that's everything for AEW Dynamite. Honestly, a pretty good week. Um,
Mhm.
Pretty good week at this point. AEW Dynamite, for as lacking as it is as a well-rounded TV show, it's the most enjoyable wrestling show of the week, and I will fucking stand on that. So,
And it's the least offensive, dude, because like,
yes,
yeah, is it perfect? No.
no,
Do you care about like most I would say it's a good 50-50. You care about a good half of the show and then the other half you really don't care about. But it's not a slap in the face, dude. I don't got Danhausen and Joe Henry dancing on my screen and shit
yes,
and fucking like it's not as insulting, which is just refreshing to see at this point when it
yep,
comes to weekly television.
yep, 100%. Couldn't have said it any better myself. So yeah, that was AEW Dynamite, man, and that's everything for AEW. Now moving on to the WWE side of things, but before we get to all that good stuff, man, we do have a word from our sponsor here at NHP. We got a word from none other than W Energy, man. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters, man. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving, man. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Really, always you gotta shout out Dubby, whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, no matter what you need to be awake, be energized, be focused for, man. Dubby's got you. It'll give you all those things, and at the same time, you won't have the jitters, and it'll taste good. You can't go wrong with Dubby, man. Truly, always gotta shout out Dubby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, and always. Thank you, as always, and shout out to the wonderful people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP.
That's what we do.
All right, man. God. Um, well, we got Saturday night's main event logo up, but the only one and only thing we have to talk about on SmackDown, WWE announced that Rhea Ripley is not going to be back in time for SummerSlam. Thank you for finally admitting the truth fucking 2 weeks before the show. When, if as soon as she got injured, you would have just assessed the situation there, then you actually could have had, like, what, a month-long build for your SummerSlam women's title match? But they announced that Rhea Ripley is going to be out for SummerSlam, and in her place, there's going to be an interim Women's World Champion. And they're going to be a 6-woman ladder match at SummerSlam to decide who the new women's champion is going to be. And then when Rhea Ripley comes back, they're going to find out who the real undisputed
Oh,
women's
God.
champion was. Didn't I say on Friday they should relinquish the belt? Now mine was a little different. They're doing an interim here. Personally, I don't like the interim
I
name,
hate
especially
interims.
because like the
It
person,
doesn't count.
yeah, it's like not acknowledged in the history books that you were a champion. I think that's bullshit. But anyways, my idea was, you know, have Rhea relinquish the title, have somebody be crowned at SummerSlam, and have Rhea Ripley come back to, do an undisputed championship match with this person, whoever this person is. I think mine was a little better, personally,
Oh
but
yeah.
what they've decided to do is crown an interim champion. Again, I never liked the term interim. I fucking hated it when AEW had the obsession with it
Oh
back in
God.
like 2021. And I don't really like it here so far. It's a 6-woman ladder match, and Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton have
Oh boy.
qualified for it. I mean, I like a lot of women that probably weren't gonna get to be on SummerSlam are probably now gonna get to be on SummerSlam. So I mean, that's cool for them, I guess. But again, don't really like the whole interim idea, but I like the idea in general.
Yeah, again, I'm in the same boat as you, man. I hate interim titles. It makes no sense. If you have to relinquish some, if, like, I just don't get it. Like, why in some scenarios, most scenarios, you relinquish, but some, it's just an interim title. I hate interim titles the same way you do. And they're just pointless, man. Whoever's going to win it technically didn't win the title, even though they won the title and have the strap and all that shit. Um, so I just don't get it. I mean, plus it's all probably anyway for them for Rhea to just come back and just technically win it back anyway or defend her title technically. Weird ass system. When like you said, you shouldn't just stripped her, man. If you strip someone of the title due to injury, they got the most free and easy rematch clause ever.
Yes.
And boom, problem solved right there. I don't get it, man. So far they got Jade and Tiffany in there. Hopefully we could get like some more fresh names like Blake Monroe and Julia in there, man. But we'll see over time. So far, I think they really want Nia Jax in there too. I think they're gonna add her in there next week, or like, which like it's in 2 weeks. You got like two people in the match. You gotta. What are you gonna do on SmackDown? Have like fucking five people fucking win matches? I just actually realized that you got like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm assuming they'll do another two this Friday and then another two on the go home show to cap out the six. I'm assuming.
Probably. Probably, man. I just hope they put more interesting, fresh names in there. I'm sure they're not going to win. It's going to be one of like their main people that always wins a title, man. Because I mean, it doesn't even matter anyway. But also, if it technically doesn't matter, just shoot and have fucking like Jordan Grace win it for a time being or something. But they're not going to do any of that shit, man. But hopefully it goes well with that whole thing, and hopefully Rhea can be back at a good time.
Hope so, man. Hope so. Um, Saturday night's main event, bro. Saturday night's main event, New York City. What were your thoughts of the show?
I Man, I despise that show, man. Literally all but one thing, which is the obvious thing that was actually really good. Bailey and Lyra. And besides that, the rest of the show is just Triple H slop, dude. It was celebrities galore. It was Shield lore galore. It
Sure.
was just random bullshit galore. I did not like it. Like I said, the only thing that I saw that I liked was Bailey and Lyra, and that's it. What about you?
Um, I watched the show. I watched the show. Um, I was not doing anything from the hours of 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, so I did watch the show. I did not like the show. I did not like the
No,
show. Quite frankly, at all. Uh, ah, look, there's a reason. There's a reason we don't do Saturday night's main events. It's because
no.
WWE, when I tell you, bro, they hype these things up to be the like greatest fucking show of all time, and then when you actually get to the show, we get what we got on Saturday, and it's just overhyped. It's overhyped nonsense, bro. I think the show. I think the show was probably really cool for like NBA fans that were like scrolling on Twitter and then just seen what they seen with the Knicks and were like, "Oh, that's cool," and then they kept scrolling. I think it was cool
Yep.
for them. For a wrestling fan, I don't really think it catered to your wrestling fans at all. Even like wrestling type moments that people speculated to be on the show, none of it ended up happening, bro. Like a lot of
No.
people were thinking like, okay, Paige is gonna take the loss, and Nikki Bella's gonna come back. They're gonna turn on Paige. That would have been cool. Didn't do that. They just cut away and nothing fucking happened. And then what was the God, what was the other thing that happened on that show?
What was the other? Oh fuck! There was another
Oh,
match that I'm
yeah, there
forgetting
was.
about because there was the women's tag, Bailey and Lyra, the main event segment. Oh, it was
Don't I have it in here?
the Cody and Punk Chad shit.
Ah, yes. Yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then that match, uh,
Come on, man,
dude.
you didn't love it.
We'll get to it, but um, man, how terrible. But anyways, my point being, every time they do these shows again, for a wrestling fan, any of the stuff that maybe a wrestling fan would be looking forward to uh didn't really end up happening, or like nothing of interest really happened at all. We got Nick Aldis turning. A lot of people did see that coming. I guess that was cool, I guess, to build to the SummerSlam match. Oh, that was the other thing I was talking about. A lot of people foreseen, now this was a couple weeks ago before we seen the vignettes, a lot of people foreseen Enzo and Cass showing up at this
Yeah,
show. That would have been pretty cool. It's in New York. The Knicks just won the fucking titles. These guys could have fucking walked out there in some Knicks jerseys and shit. Nothing. Nothing. I mean,
that Enzo and Cass like cheetah print design, but like for Knicks, that would actually be super. A Knicks certified G shirt would
yeah,
actually go
bro.
crazy,
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
man.
Yeah. Would have been tough. Enzo could have came out
Damn.
with some certified champs merch. Would have been dope. Would have been dope. But um
Certified fanatics.
fucking jeez. Yeah, Fanatics Fest, we get Tom Brady building his feud with
Oh,
Logan Paul. I can't wait to hear more Tom Brady slander, as if this dude used to was a professional fucking ballerina like they did before. Everybody on
he's never
WWE
been hit in his
commentary.
life.
Yeah, Tom Brady's been protected his whole life. He's had an offensive line in front of him, or whatever the fuck they were saying. Tom Brady's protected from getting hit. Shut the fuck up. Please shut up. Yeah, again,
You're saying super CTE over there
you
never got fucking hit in his life. Like, what
you
are you doing?
you cannot talk about Tom Brady like this, bro. Like, okay. It goes to show how little wrestling fans know about any sort of sports, but I digress. Anyways, so there was yeah, the CM Punk and Cody tag match, dude. At the end of the match, the big, I guess, thing to make these guys really turn against each other, CM Punk flipped his belt back and hit Cody in the face with it. Cody Rhodes absolutely went ballistic over it. Um,
People were
this is this,
people loved that segment.
I I've been seeing it all week. Like, oh my, this is the real main event of SummerSlam. This is the shit we wanted. It's like, I love the intensity. I just wish there was actually something to like be intensely angry about. Like
Yeah, like
a title
I
flip.
people fucking loved their little like the title flip thing and then their backstage segment where they're yelling at each other. And like you said, the intensity's good, but like there's no fucking meat in this meal, bro. There's no meat or potatoes. This is just straight broth. There's nothing to latch onto. I don't understand the hype to their little segment they had, man. Again, like you said, good intensity. What are they mad at each other for? And like, why do I care? Because I still don't care.
So,
I care even less.
well, how could you say that, man? We have two Little Brother versus Big Brother main events. Did you see at
I
the
know
at
it
the
also.
kickoff show? He muffs Cody in the face. He's like, "I'll see you at SummerSlam, little brother." I was like, "No, please no. I've heard enough,
Like,
brother. I feel like fucking Hulk Hogan's
brother.
back. I mean, like,
Uh,
brother. Like,
you're,
wait,
you're
it's
my
all.
brother.
It's all I fucking hear. With Rollins and Roman, hi, brother. And then
Hi,
fucking now CM
brother.
Punk's referring to Cody Rhodes as his little brother. Come on, man.
It's it's literally two friends now enemy storylines for both main events for fucking both nights, and I care less about either of them. Somehow, I'm more interested in this fucking Shield lore than I am in an original program that doesn't feel original in the slightest.
Yeah, again, I don't. Again, I don't want to just sound like a complete hater on it. It was good intensity.
I
The
am.
two had good intensity. I could put my bias on how much I wanted to see it to the side. The two had good intensity. Again, I just wish there was something a little bit more better to be intense about, other than him, flicking you with the strap of his title.
Yeah. Maybe like maybe you've had a thing already going where like Punk low key disrespected him a lot, and then like that one time was like the last straw on him doing like little, micro fucking,
Yeah,
pissing him off. But like, no, it just happened and he just fucking blew a gasket.
completely, bro. Completely lost it. Completely lost it. So I don't know, man. But that was that. Obviously, at the end, we got the Nick Aldis and Gunther turn. So that was, that was something. That was something, obviously, to um, build what they had going on. But yeah, I mean, that was, again, didn't really care too much for it, to be honest. Uh, Dan, oh, Danhausen and JD McDonough. Um, we were right. We were right. There was going well. I thought there was going to be more
Kinda.
Knicks players. Um,
I thought so too.
there was only one. There was only one. So that part shocked me a little bit. Danhausen threw, as soon as he threw the little stuffed cat
Yeah.
in the thing, I was like, oh my god, Cat's gonna come out of the fucking box, isn't he? And Carl Anthony Towns, um, Carl Anthony Towns,
Emerged.
walked out of the box. Dude, I think Corey Graves on Raw called him Anthony Towns. Somebody called him Anthony Towns, and I was like, oh brother, at
Anthony
I guess
Towns.
is his new name. At is his
Cat.
nickname.
Not cat,
So I don't think it was Michael Cole. I don't anticipate it being Michael Cole because I know Michael Cole's a big Knicks fan. I feel like he would know. But yeah, I want to. It was either an interviewer or it was fucking Corey Graves. Somebody called him Anthony Towns, and I was like, holy
Anthony
fuck.
Towns.
I was like,
That's
I've
what you
heard
and these fucking.
I've heard people
Oh,
call him like I've heard people refer to him as Carl Towns. I guess that would be more
that
passable.
makes more sense.
Anthony
Yeah.
Towns is what he was
Like,
called. I died,
like
bro.
it, oh
Small piece
man,
of
that's
they,
hilarious.
yes, I was like, Jesus, what are we doing? Cat, bro, Dominic Mysterio is getting choke slammed through tables by Carl Anthony Towns on WWE television, bro. Holy
What a
shit.
sentence, bro. And my God, he has a better fucking choke slam than Joe Henry or fucking Tully Tonga
Fuck yeah.
combined.
He
It is wild.
he actually had
This was really good.
I was very impressed with Cat, bro. I was very impressed with his choke slam, I must say. But dude, watching Dominic, especially Dominic, get choke slammed through a table by Carl Anthony Towns, bro, I was just like, dude, oh my god, this company is failing this guy so bad, and now he's got a Danhausen match at SummerSlam. Like this isn't looking good, man. I can't. I'm sorry.
This is, this is not looking good, man. They're fucking up everybody that was like over and had some momentum last year, man. Dom, Braun, fucking them all up completely, bro. That Triple H, he is the king at failing and not fucking going with momentum. He's the king of that shit.
What a scrub, bro. Peach Fuzz Paul.
Peach Fuzz Paul, Peach Fuzz Nazi. He can't. He thinks growing out his hair a little bit is gonna keep him from the jokes, bro. It's now the joke just changed. Because I mean, you're a joke and you haven't changed, but you're trying to divert the jokes, and it's not gonna work, Mister Peach Fuzz. It's not.
I don't care how much hair he has, bro. He's always gonna be a bald Nazi now, bro. I don't
He's
care.
always a bald Nazi. You're bald in your heart. That's what you are, man.
Logan's right, man. I guess we don't have to worry about Dom now because he's gonna be main eventing in
Oh yeah,
15 years, right? Just
we
like
gotta
Tony
wait
said.
15 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's gonna be 45, and he's gonna finally win a world title, man.
Yeah. 15 years down the road when Cody's 55 years old and he's thinking about hanging it up, you know what I mean? Maybe he's going to put Dom over, you know what I mean? Maybe he's going to put Dom over by the time he's 60,
Maybe.
you know? Maybe. Maybe.
Exactly. Hopefully. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not, but we'll see.
Yeah. Carl Anthony Towns had, again, he had a good choke slam. He had a very good choke slam,
He did.
but how it broke my heart to see Dominic Mysterio, who at WrestleMania 41 was getting the IC title, and everybody was excited for this guy's future. How we went from that to a year and a half later, he's getting choke slammed through tables by Carl Anthony Towns, and he's feuding with Danhausen. Dom was right. Dom was 1,000% right. How in the world does WWE not know what to do with him? How?
I don't know. They don't know how to do anybody. They don't. They don't know what they're doing, bro. He won at Mania last year. Was more over than Jey Uso in his world title win. He was more over in his IC title win.
Yep.
And a year removed, and he's fucking feuding with Danhausen with the Knicks and getting beat up by the Knicks. Wild.
Also, too, Danhausen's been acting like he's, this big Knicks fanatic or whatever. Carl Anthony Towns had no idea how to
Who this
do
was.
any of his
No.
you are cursed shit. None of it, bro. None of it, dude. He was shaking when him and Danhausen would dap up. He was shaking his hand like a fucking a political handshake, bro. Like if that was his boy, he would be dapping him up. I'm
He'd
sorry.
be tapping him
He
up.
was shaking his hand as if he was meeting him for the first time, bro. Like
It
he had no idea who this fucking guy was. No idea.
it's so apparent. Like this company tries so hard to be like, dude, we're involved in this, man. They know who we are, and it's just so obvious. They're being here because they're paid to do it. They don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. Even for Roman's case, bro, like they don't know or care about you really. They know about you probably. They don't care about you, bro. Respectfully.
Did you see Did you see Roman and Wemby at Fanatics
Bro.
Fest? I was like,
Hmm.
I was scrolling on TikTok and I was like,
Dude,
what the fuck? I was like, I didn't think I'd see this.
did you see? I don't know who posted it, but Fanatics Fest show you, man. But the Fanatics Fest posted a video of like celebrities there,
Mhm.
and they're doing the nameplate over the celebrity doing this or whatever, dude. And one of the fucking nameplates you see is Lil Durk. But the person they showed, bro,
Oh
that
no.
motherfucker was not Little Durk.
Oh
I don't know who the
no.
fuck that was. That was some dude with some blonde dreads that they just put his name over, bro. That shit killed me. I sent that shit on Instagram earlier because that shit had me dying.
I gotta say though, and this is what really proves Roman is the top star in the business.
Hmm.
Roman's got a nice looking jump shot. He went 0 for 7, but he has a very nice looking jump shot. And I say this because maybe a year ago, I seen a video of CM Punk shooting a
I was just gonna
basketball.
say,
You're
yes,
not from Chicago with a jump shot like that, bro. I'm sorry. You're just
dude.
not. You can't be.
Why is he like lean forward or like whatever he does? He does like some he like yeah, it's horrible. That's all I'm gonna say. It's hard to describe how it is because it's like it's so odd. Like why do you do that?
Bro. And Cody Rhodes as well, the other big
Oh my
superstar.
god.
Bro, do you remember in middle school when fucking Mr. Capizzi shot the shot and everybody was fucking laughing at him because he had like the
Yeah,
Joakim Noah shot? Bro, Cody's dead ass got the Joakim Noah shot, bro. He looks so fucking both of them.
he
I don't
looks so scared
I'll,
doing
I'll
that shit.
say at least Roman's got a nice looking jump shot. Again, he missed all 7 of his shots, but he's got a nice looking jump shot, bro. Sometimes it's
He
just not
does.
your day. Sometimes it's just not your day,
Sometimes
man.
it's not your day. Sometimes you just don't land them, but the form was really good.
Yeah.
But as for the other top guys, Punk and fucking
There's
Cody,
there
horrible shots,
there's
horrible
no
shooters.
there's no way Punk's on promos making Michael Jordan references and you got a shot like that, dog.
And
Do
you
not.
got that weak ashy. You know who I want to see do a shot? Seth Rollins. I feel like he's got a bad one too, and I would love to see it.
I don't know if Rollins. Yeah, I think Rollins a big football guy. I don't know if he's a big basketball guy, but
I think he'll have a bad one, so I want to see it.
oh
Speaking.
man.
Oh, also, did you see Cody Rhodes try to kick a football at
Yeah, I
Fanatics
did
Fest, and
see
that shit
him
was
try to do the
horrible.
field goal, bro. He fucking squib kicked that motherfucker, bro. Oh my
He's
god. It was
He's such
so
a suit
bad.
and tie Chad that it's so funny that he's like horrible at sports. It's fucking great.
Man.
God, he says Cody shoots like your uncle, and he says, "Let me shoot them. Let me see that bald nephew. Show you what I used to do, dude." And it's just the weakest shit ever. No, for real though.
My question though, like Punk, growing up
Mhm.
in Chicago, what did you like when you were growing up, like, and you were outside with your boys, bro? What did you do? Like, bro, you didn't play any basketball, bro? Like,
Oh, he was over there in Lockport, bro. You know they were playing that like street hockey.
they had to have been,
You know, when
bro.
they took the little two goals and they got
Man,
they were doing that shit because I know he was over there in Joliet playing street hockey, man. He ain't nothing.
despicable, bro. He gotta
It's just
he's gotta make he's gotta make Blackhawks references, bro. He can't be citing Michael Jordan in his promos, bro. Not with that shot.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. God, he says he's confident that Javon has a nice jump. I think he's a tall, lanky guy. He's got to.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Sure. We know who has a good shot. Lash Legend. You know, she was a WNBA player.
A WNBA player,
Yeah,
according to
and she was in
Michael
the
Cole.
WNBA.
Great. I love Michael Cole, dude. Why does he say W like that, bro?
She was in the WNBA. All right, man. The main event:
Okay.
Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson. 2 days removed. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck was the point of that entire main event.
They
I
had to
think that would have been
acknowledge each other.
I think, brother, I think that would have been a nice open to kick off the show. Hot crowd. You're bringing out the finals MVP. Yippee ki You save that to close the fucking show?
I don't understand that. Like a segment like that, dude, you might as well just did that at your little SummerSlam kickoff thing and call it a day. I don't know what that was, man. I don't know who that was for. Like you said, besides NBA fans scrolling Instagram reels, I don't know who that was for because that wasn't for any. That wasn't for Seth. That wasn't for Roman. That wasn't for the Knicks. Was it for Michael Cole? I don't know who that was for.
Still trying to figure it out, bro. The real question is, bro, is at Gotti Devon Ramirez a hooper?
Well, I think that's a real question.
Is he? Could he be? Um, so, um, Roman comes out there with Jalen Brunson. Gotti brings up a good point. He says it's crazy how Jalen is a really short NBA player, but was eye to eye with Roman. He's actually taller than Roman. And bro, it's so funny to see like how much taller, especially like seeing Cat next to like Danhausen,
Oh
like
my
how much
god.
these guys like tower over wrestlers. It's honestly hilarious. And it's like Jalen Brunson too. You watch him, you watch him like again, you watch him in the finals, like especially against Wemby. Well, Wemby doesn't really count because he's fucking 7'5", but you even look at like Brunson next to Cat or like Brunson next to OG Ananobi, and he looks so short. He looks so short, but he pulls up on WWE television and he's fucking taller than Roman Reigns. And like, man,
It is hilarious.
it is so funny to see, bro. It is so funny to see.
And especially because like NBA is such like a tall, like a height-based sport, and like you see, and you like put them next to football players, and you'll see like how like not skinny, but like how much more like football players are like bulkier
Yeah,
than even like pretty
yeah.
bulky wrestlers. It's very funny to see.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. It was pretty funny to see. Seth Rollins ends up coming out with Tyrese Halliburton. Uh, uh man, oh god, I must say, um, like, I'll say this, man. I just myself could not imagine sitting in seats for 2 hours waiting for a main event segment, and you get Jalen Brunson coming out with Roman Reigns to be acknowledged, and Tyrese Halliburton coming out with Seth Rollins in some sort of NBA WWE crossover feud. What is
So
this?
stupid, dude. And like, I know, like at the end of the day, yeah, it's sports, and it's in a way it's realer than this. But like those two, fucking, no one cares in any other parties here, man. No one really truly cares about each other in any of these parties. I don't care about Seth and Roman, and like they don't care to be here, bro. Ain't nobody care to be here. What do you like? You have to pay them. It's so obvious that like they really don't care about what they're doing here, and like why would they? This isn't what they do.
So terrible, bro. So terrible. Yeah, again, still trying to figure out the point to this whole thing. The show goes off the air with a picture of Roman Reigns also gave Jalen Brunson like a Knicks World Heavyweight Championship. It looked pretty cool if you're like Jalen Brunson to like fucking display in your office.
For anybody else, it's fucking meaningless.
Yeah, literally, bro. And then Roman holds up the Larry OB, and they create an image that 1,000% looks AI. Like, I know it's a real image,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks so AI. Like, it looks so like unreal to see fucking Roman Reigns like sitting there with sitting there holding the Larry OB. I don't know, man.
Right.
I don't know, but this was they created a very AI looking image, even though it was real. And again, just so pointless. What a pointless show. This is why we don't review Saturday night's main events. Imagine like we would have had to come on here and talk about what? Absolutely nothing. Roman Reigns
Literally.
and like Jalen Brunson. I know he's a big WWE fan, but and I know he's a big Roman Reigns fan, but it's like he's standing out there so awkward, like because there's truly no point to like this segment. Like, what is he here for other than being in the garden? It's like I don't know.
Exactly.
It was just it was so. It was so stupid. I'm sorry. It was so fucking stupid. But yeah,
It was really bad.
that was Saturday night's main event, bro.
Their show sucked, man. The show sucked. Again, the only good thing they had was Bailey and Lyra, and they didn't fucking talk about that like at all tonight on Raw. So the best thing you had on that show, you just don't mention on Monday, which is just great.
Yeah, Lyra and Bailey was good. Lyra and Bailey was good. Danhausen JD, bro. Oh my god, that was fucking terrible. That was terrible.
It was so bad.
Gotti says he played against Tyrese Halliburton in high school. That's pretty dope.
Oh shit,
That's pretty
that's
fucking
really dope.
I went
You
to high
piece them up.
school. I went to high school with somebody who made it to the NFL, but not the NBA. Nobody in the NBA.
My school, who was it? Was it an NFL player?
NFL.
No one to my
Bucky
school.
Irving.
NFL.
Yeah,
Okay,
Bucky Irving.
cool.
Yep.
There he goes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I didn't know Hallie was from Wisconsin. I actually did not know that. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I don't know where the fuck I thought he was from. I don't know, but that's cool. He probably loves playing in Indiana then, because he's close to home. At least closer than Sacramento was.
Oh wow, he lived like 20 minutes away from him.
That's
Worked with his
crazy,
grandmother.
dude.
That's sick.
That's crazy.
That's really cool.
Gotti, bro. When's your Kanye West concert, bro? We might have to put your hoop skills to the test. I need to know this.
There you go.
I need to know this, dude. But that was everything for this worthless Saturday night's main event. This WWE MSG publicity stunt. Now we have Raw from Detroit. You have Raw from Detroit, the Little Caesars Arena. The show opened up with The Vision versus Dragon Lee and Javon Evans.
Brother, for first time, this company has opened Raw with a match, and I think it said 7 months. I saw, and
Jeez.
and it's The Vision.
Good lord.
7 months.
Good lord. Really?
Oh wait, you know what? No, it was a few months. No, I think it's been 2 times since they've been on Netflix. It's been the
Man,
Netflix debut and and I think the anniversary show earlier this year where they did like the women's tag match. I think I saw that's the only two since they've been on Netflix that have, opened with a match.
interesting. Very
To a
interesting.
year and a half.
Man. The Vision defeats Dragon Lee and Javon Evans. Not so much for
No
Javon
way.
Evans being a big star, right?
You know, what I mean, they were really emphasizing that he's really frustrated with losing, and he just lose and they move on with the
Yeah.
show. No frustration scene backstage. With the whole character working, nothing. We don't see any of it.
Man. Oh, man. Well, you definitely were right about him, man. You definitely were right about Javon, bro. All he was gonna be was at least for now, all he's gonna fucking be is the big spot
Match guy.
guy, the fun guy,
Yep, the
right?
fun guy, and he's so much more than that, and they're never gonna see it.
Fucking horrible. The Vision beat them down afterwards, and the Alpha Academy came out to save the Vision, and the Vision beat them up too. As Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory, cuddled it up in the ring afterwards, man.
I just, it just looks so unauthentic. At least, at least at the start of it, at least Liv and Dom, they played the part well. It was pretty believable with those two. These two, bro, you could tell they fucking pull up to the arena and be like, all right, put your arm around me. We gotta look like a thing. It's just it looks so awkward and so lame, dude. And it's just what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? It's just, oh man. And dude, Braun Breaker, him standing next to these two, it just looks so sad. He looks so sad. It's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. Like, I like how he is, you know, like he does end up getting the one up on these guys, but I'd be lying to say, it does look a little odd, even like watching him like sell for these two. It's just
I
it's a
mean,
bit strange, I must
it's
say.
like this. It's not even like, when he first came in selling to these two, would be more sensible. But like, he should just be in the main event scene right now. And the fact that he's not just
Yep.
makes it look even worse.
Yeah. Well, maybe in 15 years.
Exactly. We got 15 years, man.
So yes, the Vision beat Dragon Lee and Javon Evans, and then they end up attacking everybody after the match as the Vision Queen Maxine and Austin Theory have cuddle time in the ring afterwards. Um, we then get another Big Cass vignette, as this one was actually really good.
I
Um,
love this one.
it showed him looking at the giant screen, but this time it was a bit different. It showed him attacking Enzo. So there's Enzo for you guys that were worried about Enzo. They blatantly showed him
Oh,
on the screen. Now obviously they didn't tease. It's still, as of thus far, seems like just a Big Cass debut segment, but Enzo was shown. And Javon, um, or what the fuck am I talking about? I looked
oh,
up. I'm sorry, bro. I looked down at my notes and I just see the word Javon. I'm sorry. Um, Cass, Cass is looking at the screen and it starts showing, him attacking Enzo, and it like brought you through basically like the downfall, I guess you can say, of
mhm.
Big Cass. It like showed him falling on the outside and tearing his ACL. It then like showed him like crying, you know what I mean? I'm assuming that was when he was going through all his like alcohol addiction stuff. And then it showed like him, Big Cass, released by WWE. Basically, just kind of rolled the whole tape of the downfall of Big Cass. I wish it would have showed him going off script and fucking beating up the little midget Daniel Bryan.
Oh my
Um,
God.
but, but you know, nonetheless, And then obviously at the end of it, it popped up the little 8-3, you know, date. Nonetheless, I gotta say, I really loved what they had this week for the cast vignette. I think it was dope. I'm very interested to see, the kind of, from what it seems, the, I guess, redemption story they're looking to tell with Big Cass on WWE television, man. And I'm very interested to see, where it goes, and I'm very interested to see, how maybe they don't bring Enzo and Cass back together. Maybe they gradually have Enzo and Cass come back together, because technically the last time the last time both of them were employed, they were broken up. So maybe they're going to tell the story of them getting back together as opposed to them just coming back together, which I actually would be down for both. I'm very excited for it, and his vignette this week looked very, very good.
Exactly. I really, really like this vignette, man. I love the acknowledgement of his release. Some people don't like that word and they get mad at people for it, but I don't think Big Cass is seemingly one of those, man. And like, I really like this whole thing where like it kind of essentially showed that it's this basically the moment he turned on Enzo, everything went downhill from there, man. And I think that's really going to be the point
Yeah.
of his return and them getting back together is be like, yeah, I'm sorry for what happened. And, I needed you because when I fucking turned on you, my life went downhill after that, man. So I think that's what they're setting up here, man. I'm interested to see how quick or how slow this is going to happen. I think it'll be a little quicker than some people might think, but you never know. It is Triple H after all. It could fucking finally get back together for a match at fucking WrestleMania, for all we know, knowing Triple H, man. But I love this. I love the acknowledgement of all the stuff that happened with him, and I like the storytelling through this one little vignette that like shows how downhill he went after turning on Enzo, and him coming back is gonna probably be apologizing to Enzo and trying to make amends, which I really like.
100%. Yeah, I think, and I, again, although I would like them coming back, just being Enzo and Cass, I actually would appreciate,
Acknowledgement.
if they did acknowledge, like, my career went downhill. I wonder if, next week they're gonna play
We
all
need
of
each
his
other.
Shit booking in AEW. They're gonna show him as the, what was he called in the Learning Tree? The Big
The
Apple or the
Big Apple.
Redwood?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Big Redwood or something.
because
You know,
Brian Keith was the bad apple, right?
yeah, yes, the Bad Apple, and he was the Redwood. Yeah,
Oh, brother, he just stole Eric fucking Rowan's nickname.
isn't he Redbeard?
No, I think didn't WWE used to also call him fucking
They
the Big
might
Red?
have. Oh, they
I
might
think they
have when he
did
was
at
with
one.
Brian.
I think when he was with Brian, yeah, they called him the Big Redwood. I swear they called him that when he was with Brian, which is like what?
I gotta say, one thing I'm most like legitimately one thing I'm most excited for Big Cass to come back is Big Cass. Okay, I was tired
Oh
of
my
Big
god,
Bill, W Morrissey, or any of his other aliases that he went by. He was always Big Cass to me. The only one, oddly enough, that like ended up kind of sticking a little bit was Big Bill, but like Big Cass was always his name, dude. Like, God, I'm so happy he just gets to be Big Cass again.
I would say I liked Big Bill. I did like that one, man. But Big Cass is his name. I miss, him coming out in his entrance and he's covering up the sea, and you just see big ass on the fucking Tron behind him as he's walking towards the ring. That shit was goaded, bro. Like,
It
what were they
was.
doing?
It was. That had to be like something Vince. That had to
It
be
had
to
to be on
pop Vince
purpose.
or something.
I feel like the first time that it happened was an accident, and it probably fucking popped Vince, and he was like, "Okay, we're just doing that every week now because that's hilarious, and that's just the most Vince shit ever."
Next, we get a backstage segment with Lyra Valkyria. And she was telling Sol Ruka that once her and Raquel were done, she's coming back for the title that she made. So, first of all, Lyra Valkyria possibly just wrote off Bayley and you stick her in a backstage segment, and then you stick her in a backstage segment that's for a championship that she's won already. She just beat Bayley. And like, again, we don't know for sure yet if that actually wrote Bayley off of WWE TV or not, but it's like, even like, let's say it was. Let's say that was Bayley's final WWE match. Does that not warrant Lyra to like be elevated to the main event scene? Like, does that not warrant that at all? And I get Liv is like a heel champion, but you can't even start trending her in that direction.
No, exactly. Like that's the thing that's killing me with this, man, because you have that killer ass fucking ending of the match, of a good match they had, where she fucking went full Death Rider on fucking literally did the bulldog choke, which popped the fuck out of me. You guys, I love the fucking bulldog choke. So the fact that Lyra did the bulldog choke to fucking Bayley popped me so much. I thought, and she looked really good doing that move. I was like, that's a really good move for her. She literally like beat the fuck out of Bayley, and I feel like they didn't fully write her off yet. I think people think they did, but I feel like what's gonna happen is she might get a shot at the IC title, and Bayley screws her over in that title shot upon her return. But that's if. But that's if. We also don't know if just it's. We just don't know if she's gonna return yet. And if that is the case, and like you said, you just wrote Bayley off by Lyra Valkyria, and she just goes back to the same title she already won. I, it's classic Triple H knowing someone was good with a title, so they just keep them around that title forever. Seth Rollins with the World Heavyweight, fucking Becky and seemingly Lyra with that women's IC title. It's like, brother, evolve, change, move on, and Mitch and Triple Peach Fuzz just can't, and I don't understand that. And like, that was the hottest thing you had coming out of your show in terms of your weekly stuff, and you put it on a non-televised ascent for most people segment. I don't understand.
Yeah, again, I don't understand. Like, at what point do you say like, hey, maybe it's time we move her up, especially if we are losing Bayley. Maybe it's time we, and I know Bayley wasn't even particularly used in that main event scene anyway, but it's like, you don't think,
She's a
like,
four
again,
horsewoman.
yeah, she is a 4 horsewoman, bro.
She
You
took
don't,
her out.
yeah, she, like, and she's just going for a title that she's won already? Like, what?
Makes no sense, dude. It's just frustrating.
It's very frustrating, bro, because it's like, what do you have to fucking do to be elevated to the main event scene? Other than just be one of Triple H's boys, I guess. What?
Being a bloodline or fucking be one of Triple H's friends. Because my God, dude, she had a killer ass fucking moment, and and she's in the same spot than before. It's like, where's the evolution here? Where's the progress? No one gets to make progress.
Absolutely terrible, bro. Absolutely terrible stuff. Danhausen, he cuts a promo where
Even worse.
before this he was getting bullied in the back by the Judgment Day. So he finally brings out a suitcase. The Judgment Day come out. They start whooping his ass for the briefcase. And Joe Henry comes out to save Danhausen. WWE has to, and I mean has to, be fucking with me at this point in this juncture. Brother,
They have to be, bro.
you
They
mean
have
to
to be.
tell me you put a segment of Joe Henry and Danhausen together on Monday Night Raw? Are you actually trying to make this the worst possible television show you can? You've got to be.
I think they are. I think they are. They just put fucking Joseph Stalin and Hitler together in the same segment, bro. Two of your worst things on your show with Danhausen and Joe Henry, you put together as buddy allies. And like I said earlier in the night, I think the whole reason is because they don't. I don't think they're they're happy with the overall reaction that Joe Henry gets, and I think they want more out of him. So to them, I think a Danhausen rub will do that. Which, my God, I think that's why this. But like, it's ass either way.
This is so bad, bro. This is actually so bad, dude. I heard Joe Henry's music, and I was like, bro, you mean to tell me you are gonna now stick Danhausen and Joe Henry in a fucking feud with the Judgment Day?
Oh, with the Judgment Day, bro.
Tell me, you are fucking lying. Lying. Tell me you're lying.
Unfortunately, not.
So instead of doing the disservice to their careers of having Dom and JD stuck around fucking Dan Trouser, now you're having both of these two gems stuck around Danhausen and Joe Henry. Great, Triple H. You fucking genius. Go to bed. Please.
Go to bed.
So Danhausen gets his ass beat. Then they go in the back, and Judgment Day grab the briefcase, and then they're in the back, and they open up the briefcase, and it is a bunch of Danhausen. It's a bunch of money with Danhausen's face on it.
Yeah.
This is what WWE is gonna sell on WWE Shop as the human monies, isn't it? I wouldn't doubt it if it's already up on the shop. I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, okay, let's see.
So JD discovers the human monies, and he throws the briefcase back, and he starts yelling at Adam Pearce, and Dominic informs him, hey, turn around. He threw the briefcase at Obafemi. Great. So JD McDonough in the past fucking 3 days has gotten his ass beat by Dan Trouser, Joe Henry, Carl Anthony Towns, and now Obafemi.
Like, dude, this is one of your most underrated in-ring guys that you have on your show, and he's the bitch of the group. He's the pin guy of the fucking group. My God,
they suck.
What are you guys doing,
they
man?
Fucking suck.
Like, and I checked their website. They don't have the human monies up yet, but they have everything else, man. They got cups, they got shot glasses, they got signed hats, they got fucking slide on, they got fucking slippers, they got fucking holy hell merch. This is horrible. This is an insane amount of merch, man. Like, dude, look at this shit.
Neville never got this much merch. It was actually good.
Never got a. Oh my God! Speaking of Danhausen merch, did you notice the fans? The fans in person Danhausen merch that I'm sure they sell at the merch stands. They got locational cursed merch where I fucking they're doing a shot of Michael Cole and fucking and Corey Graves, and behind him you just see this guy, this sad man with a shirt that just says "Cursed Detroit." Brother, you bought your Cursed Detroit shirt. My God, man.
You had to have known it was coming, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if they got these for other people. They got these like acid wash shirts that look pretty cool. They have a giant WWE logo in the corner of it though.
No way. No, not this company. They wouldn't do that.
But the acid wash shirts are pretty cool. Can't lie.
You can't call it an acid wash shirt, man. It's called a
mineral wash. How terrible. I'm so tired of them, bro.
I fucking hate them. Mineral wash. I just read that.
God. So JD throws the human monies at Obafemi, and Obafemi threatens to kill him. So Adam Pearce makes the match. Guess he wants to see JD die. And then obviously, what do you know? JD McDonough goes out there and in 3 minutes gets absolutely waxed by Obafemi. So there you go.
No way. Gotta
There
love
you
him,
go.
man.
And then in case you were wondering, um, Dominic also got himself a one-on-one match with Joe Henry later in the night. Brother, Joe Henry beat Dominic Mysterio. So let's run back the tape again. Just like JD
Yep.
McDonough, in the past 3 days, Dominic has also got his ass beat by Danhausen,
Yep.
Carl Anthony Towns, and now
Yep.
Joe Henry.
Joe Henry,
Joe
bro. And
Henry beat
it,
Dom.
what's even worse, dude, they're having this shit ass match. And fucking Danhausen pulls up for like the 4th time in the night on his fucking car with EO Sky,
Yes.
and she takes out Liv and
Li-
Henry.
yes.
Oh,
Liv was cheating in the match. She like threw Joe Henry. It's pretty funny to see her fucking beating up Joe Henry and Danhausen, may I add. But so yeah, she hits Danhausen, and obviously Danhausen can't get her back, so he runs to the back, and right before, right as Dom has some momentum, Danhausen comes out in his car with EO Sky and distracts the ref. The 2 women fighting distracted the ref, and Danhausen gave Dom the triple D. And God bless Sting, because my good, do not.
what a disrespect.
That is
Oh,
so fucking disrespectful to Sting, bro. It is triple D for the Danhausen death drop.
get the fuck out of here, bro. You are not allowed to do that move. That is such a disrespect to a goat
Oh
of
my!
Sting, bro. What a
Don't
slap in the face with this bum.
do they think he's Sting?
Probably. Probably. They probably
That's the
think he's
worst
Sting.
part. Is they
Genuinely. They're
think
probably
his
like, oh,
probably like,
he's
damn,
like
he's
Sting.
got the black and white face paint, bro.
Yep.
He's like
He's got the
Sting.
face. Oh my god, he's got like dark clothing and he's got face paint. Oh fuck, dude, that's Sting. Bunch of morons, dude. Cause like wasn't his wasn't I swear his finisher was that stupid ass like running kick or whatever the fuck that horrible shit was.
Actually, at least in AEW, dude, I don't know what it was on the Indies. I know he won things on the Indies, but like
I've never seen matches.
In AEW, I don't think he had a finisher. Like
Oh,
I
I'm
don't.
not even talking about AEW. I'm talking about like all his other matches in WW.
Oh,
I swear this is the first time I've seen him do a death drop, and I swear he used to just do that running kick move thing
I'm
where he
trying
would
to.
like,
Huh.
oh man, I'm trying to think about what it was, but it was either way, it looked horrible. He was like one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen in my, and genuine. I'm not even exaggerating. He looks lost out
He's
there, man. It
he's
looks
so
horrible.
he's so fucking ass, but at the same time, like he's so perfect for WWE. Like it sickens me how perfect he is for WWE, bro.
It really is.
Like he is the embodiment of like the guy who can like print merch and people eat his gimmick up, and he can't wrestle for shit. He's like the embodiment of like a WWE, like the stereotypical WWE wrestler. Like obviously now in this day and age, we've got like a lot, but like WWE, I would say in
Their
the
standard has evolved.
their standard has absolutely evolved, but like if you think back in the day, like in like the fucking 80s, like what
Oh, you'd
WWE
be
was known
shocked.
for. Yeah, WWE was known for like the guys, that had the comeback. They only had a comeback. They couldn't really wrestle. They just had a fiery comeback and a catchphrase. You know what I mean? They couldn't wrestle for shit. And it's like, those were the
That's
guys that
Danhausen.
now obviously once we got into the 90s and we got like the Bretts and the Shawns and the Austins, those guys evolved the standard of like what a performer, needs to meet the criteria of, or like an Undertaker as well. But like back in the 80s, like dude, if Danhausen was just jacked, he would be a fucking god in the 80s, bro. Obviously he wouldn't
Oh,
survive in
dude.
the 80s with his size, but like if he imagine him jacked, he would be like Vince's dream in the 80s, bro. A fucking vampire that is
Like,
jacked and has a catchphrase and prints merch. Oh,
Oh
dude.
man, he would fucking love it. He would love him jacked in the 80s, bro. He really would. And like their standard has changed. It has evolved to just good wrestler with aura. That's really all they look for nowadays. You
Yeah.
just need to be decent in the ring and have aura, and that's really all they care about. Um, but man, just goddamn, man. Goddamn, he is just horrible, man. He's horrible.
Yeah, he's so bad. But like, if I think back to like what an original WWE wrestler was like asked for or like asked of,
That
Danhausen
was
again,
Danhausen.
it just sickens me how like perfect he is for WWE because that is just he is just like such a WWE. He's such a
Like
WWE. He's like
formula guy.
yes, dude.
He just fits their formula, and God does say it. It was a running kick, but I guess people complained, so they changed it.
Okay.
I knew you. I remember him doing that stupid ass fucking running knee kick thing, and it looked horrible. I think it was kind of like a Brian,
Was it
like
like a?
running kick and knee
It was
thing,
a
and it looked
psycho
horrible.
knee.
Yeah, but it looked horrible because every time he goes to run, he like doesn't know how to run,
He does that
so it
like
just looks
stupid ass, like slow ass run. Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah. He does that run where you just got you just got off of work and you're going to heat up some food and you got to fucking do that little jog to the microwave. That's how he runs in the ring, bro, and that shit just looks horrible.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely couldn't even remember
I
any of his
unfortunately
matches.
remember it
So
because I remember how bad that shit would look. Because
thank you for
I think he used it when he debuted or something, man.
thank you, thank you. You really
Yeah,
you took one for the team, bro. Thank you for remembering. It was like a bro kick, but so it was like a trick shot.
yeah, in a way, but it was like really slow and it looked just bad, and there was like no momentum in the kick.
Yeah. Well,
It was a really bad thing.
at least he has the triple D now, the Danhausen
Triple
Death Drop.
D. So we got
The fuck.
the 1D, we got 3D, and now we got a triple D.
That's right, the triple D.
Bro got the diners and drive-ins and dines as his fucking finisher, man. Good lord. Good lord. He
Oh
did use
man.
it against the Miz. Okay, that's where I'm remembering that shit from, man.
Yeah. So the Judgment Day get waxed on this episode by Joe Henry and Obafemi with the help of Dan Trouser. Nice. Nice.
Man,
Very nice.
what a sentence.
All right, man. We then get our latest installment of this feature film,
Oh,
Rollins
man.
Reigns, Chapter 3, The Cash In.
Cash in.
We got Rollins Reigns, Chapter 4, The
Oh.
First Encounter.
Yeah.
I
But,
don't think
dude,
that was the first encounter.
I don't think that was in person. I mean, I think that's what they mean is like first encounter, like a big world title match, I guess.
I guess. Yeah,
And
that
then
makes sense.
the best part about fucking chapter 4 is they ended with saying that night Rollins would walk away the WWE champion.
No, he would
And
not.
he didn't. Fucking Mox cashed in. What are you talking? He didn't walk away.
Which is weird because the last part of the
Sure
feature
enough,
film we got tonight, Rollins Reigns Chapter 5, back together.
the reunion.
They
Exactly.
showed Moxley. So it's like,
Like,
why
so,
didn't
so
you
you
just
can show
show
him.
Yeah, so it's like why didn't you just show him in Chapter 4, the first encounter then?
Like, you might as well just acknowledge his like his non-presence nowadays in a way that I would care about them talking about fucking shoe lore if they said, we're all that we got left in this place, me and you, like
Yeah.
I would
Vince
just
drove the other guy
acknowledge his
away.
existence. The other guy, he's doing better than we are right now, genuinely. He's got fucking more aura than Roman Reigns at this point, and yeah, we're not doing so hot, but our boy's doing good over there. What are you doing?
It was genuinely so stupid, and I was thinking the same thing because they try to they're shooting around Moxley so hard at Money in the Bank 2016, all for them in back together to show Moxley like 3 times in it.
Just
So I'm
standing
like,
there.
why? Like what? Like what? I it absolutely made no fucking sense. It made absolutely no sense. I wonder if they're gonna acknowledge the battleground, the Shield triple threat. I wonder if they're
I
gonna
wonder.
acknowledge it there, because it's like it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, dude, just show Moxley then. If you're gonna play to the Shield lore so fucking hard, then you gotta show Moxley. Show him.
You have to show Moxley. Like that's the whole point of Shield was the three of them doing. And like, do they not realize? Does Triple H not remember that like for most of the time after the Shield, Roman and Mox were still pretty good allies up until Mox turned on. Like, damn near the whole time they were still strong allies against Seth. I like acknowledge that. Can Roman just say that? He just gotta just say that and move on. Like, come on, man. Oh man, Dean Ambrose, dude, the aura between Dean Ambrose and John Moxley, that might be like the most night and day aura. Is insane.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I up
I
and
hated Dean
down,
Ambrose.
fucking north to south, east to west, hated
I hated Dean.
Dean Ambrose, dude. I could not stand Dean Ambrose. I can't even lie. Like there was a couple nights I liked Dean Ambrose. It was that night where Rollins, had him come back
Yeah.
to, against Drew and Dolph. That was real cool, but then again, I ended up not really liking him too much after that. And then and then there was like that 2016 SmackDown era, I would
He was
say.
doing pretty
I
good.
think he was okay, even though I'll never forget what him and Dolph Ziggler put me through at SummerSlam 2016. That was dead ass one of the worst fucking WWE title matches I've ever seen in my entire life. That was fucking terrible. His stuff with AJ was okay. I always liked him on the mic better than I liked him on the mic when they let him be himself. I couldn't stand him on the mic when he was like being that weird lunatic guy. It was fucking terrible. The other night I really bought in to Moxley or Ambrose was the night Roman Reigns revealed he had cancer and Moxley turned heel on Rollins at the end of the show. That was
the coolest shit
fucking
ever.
thunderous, bro. That was incredible the way they did that. And then obviously they shit the bed with it. Either way, I liked him for like periods of time, but largely, no cap, bro. I fucking hated Dean Ambrose. Like, I thought, like, just taking you guys back to like a 16-year-old Johnny, I thought he was the worst, most boring wrestler I've ever watched in my entire life. I used to always say this, and I'll stand by this. If you've seen one Dean Ambrose match, you done fucking seen all of them. And I would come to figure out that a lot of that was just WWE. WWE makes people wrestle these certain styles, and he's even said it before on like his Talk Is Jericho interview, which is probably the greatest episode of Talk Is Jericho of all time, by the way. Just absolutely,
yeah, that's the best one. 100%.
Absolutely, just one of the greatest episodes of Talk Is Jericho of all time. Always love to go back and listen to that. They make you wrestle this certain style, and it's so repetitive. And he talked about not being able to be himself. You look at Dean Ambrose compared to John Moxley. I could name you definitive promos of John Moxley that I love. I could name you definitive matches of John Moxley that I love. Dean Ambrose can hardly name a single one of them. I know a lot of people hated that Shield triple threat. I liked it. I liked it personally. I didn't think it was I thought it was a really good match, actually. Other than that, Dean Ambrose, again, some of his hit with AJ was good, but largely horseshit.
I hated Dean. I hated Dean, man. And then, the second he was Moxley, there was aura, bro. From his instant debut in Japan and in AEW, he was cool. And then he just got cooler and cooler over time with AEW, man. And he has different eras of where he's like completely different as John Moxley within AEW and like Japan and all that, and he's dope in almost all of them. You know, obviously, no one's perfect. He had like, you know, beginning of the Death Riders and shit, and Death Rider World Champion, where it was, it was just not good. But like, for the most part, he's kind of evolved into my favorite member of the Shields, man. When he used to be my least favorite, which is crazy to say, man. Which is crazy to say. No matter what, at this point, Seth is number 3, respectfully. Um,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I think it does change for Roman and Mox for me, but at least right now, it's Mox, and it's crazy. Like seeing those old videos of Dean Ambrose, it's so night and day, man.
Yeah, I think for me, and I feel like it will stay this way no matter the trajectory of their careers. It'll for me, it'll always. I think for me,
I respect.
it's been this way for a while. But Roman mocks Seth, but I think that's pretty much where we're locked in at now. I don't think
I get that.
it's gonna.
Don't think Seth's making any moves.
Yeah, I really do like Seth.
Yeah,
I think a lot of his best work is behind him, and I feel like the other two are can still produce really good work. It's just Roman has problems with WWE and their repetitiveness, which Seth does too. But Roman's repetitiveness to me is just a little bit more enjoyable than Seth's repetitiveness.
no, I still get, I 100% still get that because that's for how it is with me. Like, if you make him a baby face, I'll fuck with Seth, a genuine like workhorse type baby face. I'll fuck with Seth, man, and I like Seth like that. Um, most time he's a heel, and most time when he's a heel for me, he's kind of a try hard, and I'm not into it, and I can't buy into it. And his matches are always really good. And he at the end of the day, he's still a top main eventer. But like out of the Shield, he's just number 3, respectfully.
Yeah, I just miss the Seth that was, you know, taking over takeover and burning down WWE
Yeah,
headquarters. I just think that to
I
me is
love
like
that Seth.
that to me was like definitive Seth Rollins. Now again, I talked the other week. My favorite moment from Seth, coincidentally enough, does come from like, you know, current fashionista Seth, but like the Seth Rollins that I'll always love the most and that I think for me is like definitive Seth is like takeover like 2017-18
Me,
Seth Rollins for me.
yeah, like from 2017 to 2018, you know, Mania 33, Mania 34, yeah, all that type of shit. When he was the cover of the game,
Yeah.
that was like peak Seth for me, and I loved that version of Seth.
Gotti says choosing between Roman, Mox, and Seth is like choosing strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate ice cream. Three all great flavors, different strokes for different folks. You know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I do get that because a lot of people fucking love Seth. There's a lot of Seth shooters.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Um,
Seth shooters.
I am not one, but that if that's your cup of tea, your cup of tea, man. So, oh, well, I think you share a favorite moment then with somebody.
No, mine's from
Wait,
that show. Um, mine is from that
oh,
show,
I read
but
it wrong. I read
yes,
it wrong.
my favorite Seth moment, yeah, like my favorite Seth moment is Mania 40. It's him crying easily for me, bro. Him crying after losing that World Heavyweight Championship. That to me was like, man, that was such an awesome moment. That was such an awesome moment. But like for me, like I said, definitive Seth, burn it down, Seth. That was like if
Oh
Seth
yeah,
Rollins would have stayed at that pace, man, um, dude, he man, that would have been epic. I hate how they kind of kept him in this current which he's a little different now. Still kind of get the
he's better
fashiony
now.
suit stuff going on, but like he doesn't do the big wacky outfits every week anymore. But like, man, I always just wish they would let him be himself. To me, that just doesn't. I never bought that as like this is who Seth Rollins
Him,
is. They always say, you know, the best version of you is you turned up to 10. You know what I mean? That's your best character.
and then,
I never bought that
yeah,
as Seth being himself. I just didn't.
exactly, and that's why I think like Mox versus Dean Ambrose is so much better because like Mox is just himself on television turned up to a 10,
Hmm.
and like Roman is just himself on television turned up to a 10. I think that's what really lets them excel. As for Seth, a lot of times, and I respect him trying different characters and whatnot, and sometimes heel characters work, like Messiah. I really liked. I think that was his best heel character for me. But like,
Same.
that's kind of where it peaks off of for heel work for him.
Same. Yeah, I like. Um. Yeah, for me, yeah, my favorite heel Seth, I will have to say as well, was that was the Monday Night Messiah. That version of Seth Rollins, I enjoyed that the most. Very Joseph Seed for anybody into Far Cry, but anyways,
Very.
those were your 3 chapters of the Shield. So far we've gotten 5 chapters, and at this point we're only in 2017. So,
Oh God, it's
so
gonna get worse and worse, dude.
so
Oh man.
we still, because the last Shield reunion was, I guess, maybe early 2018. So now I guess they really only have to cover like recent history, like the 2021 stuff they did together, and then the 20 or the no I'm sorry the 20 yeah the 2022 stuff they did together, and then the 2024 stuff they did together.
Yeah.
At
I, I,
least
I have a I have a feeling they're not going to bring up the second Shield reunion with fucking Kurt Angle, so I think they're going to go into the modern stuff.
I have a feeling they'll skip over all that stuff too. Although I would like to see Kurt in the Shield
I
drip
would
once
love to see
again.
that image again. That shit was
Black Ops
hilarious.
Kurt, bro. Nobody's fucking with him.
Just
um,
looking happy as fuck. That shit was goaded.
so, dude, I'll never forget walking home from school and like loading up Twitter and seeing the graphic. Bray Wyatt was sick and Roman Reigns was sick, or whatever the case was, and it's like, and then I remember seeing like AJ and Finn, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be sick." And then I remember seeing Kurt Angle was gonna take the place of Roman Reigns. He's gonna be an honorary member of the Shield, and I just remember walking home and being like, "What the fuck? Like what? What?
Kurt Angle.
Kurt?"
Like, what? Why is he a part of the Shield? Why did they give him a vest?
Oh, dude.
Ugh, that shit. Like, at that point, you should have just gave him like an American flag vest, and that would have fit better than an all black Shield vest for Kurt Angle. Hilarious.
Dude, so bad, bro. At least give him like a dripped out like American tactical gear, bro. That would have been tough.
Yeah.
Give him some serious drip, bro. Nothing will beat Kurt with the graps though, bro. Nothing.
Oh my God. Those fucking stupid ass gloves he would wear. That shit was goaded.
Dude, this is good stuff. Seth Rollins and Solo Sikoa. Solo, as soon as he called out Seth, I dead ass just dropped my fucking head, bro. And then I just seen you
I was
text
like,
Triple H is on one tonight, and I was like, yeah, that
oh,
seems about
brother.
right.
I was like, oh man, he's just triple. The second it's Fatu, or not Fatu, fucking Solo strolls out there, and the second he said Seth, I was like, oh my God, they're setting up war games.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
I
they
don't
are.
want this.
Yes, they are, bro. So Solo Sikoa calls out Seth Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh,
He says Rollins needs to listen to him because the bloodline are going to make sure you don't win at SummerSlam. It's going to be 4-on-1. You're going to need help. Trust me, I know their playbook. I ran it. I was in it before. Seth then tells Solo, says, let me think about it. Solo then tells Seth, he says, there's nothing to think about. He says, the same thing you did for Cody at WrestleMania 40, I could be for you. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't know if Solo seemed a little too happy. I swear I hope he doesn't join back with this fucking group willingly. Like,
I really hope not.
dude, did you see at Fanatics Fest his like little entrance he did? He fucking walked
No,
out
I
there and
didn't.
got a huge ass pop. Like, dude,
Really?
fuck, it was I'll have to sing the video, bro. He fucking
Okay.
walked out there, dude, looking like a straight up baby face, bruh. Like, man, what are you doing, bro?
Like they don't. Some people they just need them to be heels, but they work so much better as baby faces. Austin Theory and Solo are massive examples. Just make Solo a baby face and just have him be doing his little solo thing, fucking around. That shit would be great. People would love it because he's a lovable ass person. He's like, man, what are we doing here, man? Speaking of Fanatics Fest, did you see Cena doing Roman's entrance?
Oh, I think I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Did you see him with the buzz
Dude,
cut?
he did this. He's got the buzz cut.
The
He's got the
coat?
Triple H. I like it. It's fucking weird to see him with that hair again
Very.
at this age. And dude, him doing a Roman's entrance, literally taking 5 minutes to do it. It was hilarious.
Fucking Cena, bro. um. So.
You know, Gotti has a lot of hope that Mox is turning or is coming back at Mania 45.
Not gonna have him, bro.
Hate to break it to you, brother.
He's very happy. He's very happy in AEW, man. No, there will be
he's
no
never
D.
he's never leaving.
The next time we see John now again, anything can happen. It's professional wrestling. The next time we see John Moxley in a WWE ring, I think, is probably like post SmackDown for a Hall of Fame ceremony on a WrestleMania weekend.
I was going to say the only time we'll ever see him standing next to those guys again is for the Shield Hall of Fame speech.
Hilarious.
That's it.
Hilarious.
Or Romans.
So, yeah, I think he'll be there for that, but so yeah, I don't know. The Solo, I don't know. It gave me a little bit of a weird vibe the way Solo was like so urgent to tell Seth like I can be what you were for the Cody. You know, that to me was just a little extra to the point where I'm like, I don't know if he's like trying to oversell this so much because he plans on turning on Seth. I will say though, please keep Solo as a babyface, bro. Like I don't know. I think I think you could do a lot with actually keeping him solo. I think that's like the best way to go. What are they gonna do? Probably put him right back in the bloodline. But
100%.
But you know, if WWE was smart to get Jacob Fatu out of the group, they would do a match where if Solo loses, he has to join the bloodline, but Solo can make it because Jacob's his boy, and obviously they got history there. He could be wanting to look out for Jacob and say, if I beat you, you don't have to listen to him anymore. That could be a way to get Jacob out of the group because, you know, Jacob and Solo, again, they have history. They were once, you know, allies, and, you know, Jacob loves Solo. You know what I mean? He used to say it every week. So it's like that I think would be the best case the best case scenario. But I think please keep this guy face, bro. Do not turn him back with the bloodline, please, bro. I do not want to see it, man. So he Jacob then comes out there and he chases Solo away, and then he turns around and gets kicked by Seth Rollins. He gets super kicked in the face by Rollins, who's still standing outside, or still standing in the ring with him. He was just behind him. Then after this, we get a little backstage segment where Rollins asks Jacob, he says, if I win at SummerSlam, do I get the championship and Roman's bag boy? Jacob, you know, he then taunts Jacob saying, you know, I know you want to hit me, but you're on tight orders by the tribal chief. So Jacob tells Seth that if it happens again, he's going to beat his ass.
Willie, man. Willie. I'm in the same boat as you and Gotti. I just don't want him to, I just don't want Solo to turn heel. This whole segment, first of all, it was just War Games fucking set up. He's talking about how, you know, he's got his allies against the bloodline, and he wants Seth to be a part of those allies, essentially. They're just setting up War Games, and my God, what a War Games team. Seth, I don't think Solo at this point. I think, no matter what, I think he is joining the fucking bloodline. It's going to be Seth, Royce Keys, LA Knight, and some other people, which is going to be hilarious. Fucking group of fucking baby faces to face them. So half of this was setting up War Games, and the other half, I think, was setting up Solo returning to the Bloodline. I want him to return to the Bloodline babyface and like reluctantly have to join, but I don't know. I'm getting the same vibe as you. He was very like adamant and like happy, like you said, in a way tonight of like, oh, this is how it's gonna happen. I know. I need to be in your corner. All that shit. I I'm just expecting the worst at this point, man. I'm expecting him to be back in the Bloodline at some point, and I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was that. We then got Chad Gable. Take the free ride. Highway to the sky.
The free ride, highway to the sky. Go that song. Go that theme song.
Running. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking with the theme song, bro.
Yeah, unironically, bro, I'm fucking with the vibe of it. I'm fucking with the energy of it, man.
Me too, bro.
Yeah, I'm on the free ride.
Did you see?
I'm chanting Gable.
Yes, bro. Did you guys see Chad Gable walking out at that kickoff show to the free ride, bro?
Aura.
Straight fucking aura, bro. This dude's a stud, bro.
I
He
think
can
that's
make anything
straight aura.
work. Anything.
This dude can make fucking anything work, man. It's insane. My God, Gable is too goated.
Take him to the free ride, bro. Come on now.
Free ride.
Chad Gable and Pentagon face Ego Page is what they call it.
I heard that too. Yes, Ego Page. Oh, sorry. All ego.
Ego Page. And the fake demon loser. Rusev's on the outside of the match, this fake ass demon. He's on the outside of the fucking ring before the match saying, everyone's gonna be crushed. I'm gonna crush Chad Gable and Penta. You know what? You should have chose to get crushed by Adam Hangman Page a couple years ago, and you wouldn't be in this predicament. But you wanted better for your career, right? Well, you got it. Here you are on Monday Night Raw, man. Here you are.
That's what he said. He said he wanted better for career, man. But, he's happy where he is. Would you look at that, man?
Yep, exactly. Marks for themselves, bro. Absolute marks for themselves.
Marks for the WWE logo and to say you work there for some reason.
100%. And this fake-ass demon signed with WWE to have an accolade on Chad Gable just to get reversed into a ankle lock and tap out. You fake-ass demon. You tapped out.
He's a dude.
Tapped out.
My God,
I thought he wanted better for his career, man.
I thought he was adamant about like getting wins, better for his career, all that shit, man. And yeah, he fucking tapped, but he wouldn't take a pin for Hangman Page, but he'll tap.
100%.
What a loser! What a fake demon! What a mark for the mid card. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, bro. I don't get it either. What a fake ass demon, bro. What a fake ass demon. Excited for Chad Gable as we get closer to SummerSlam. Very excited, man. My guy's gonna get his first IC title, bro. Super pumped for Chad. Let's go.
Super pumped for Chad. He's gonna get his first IC title. He's gonna fucking ride the free ride with the IC title right to the sky.
Yeah.
Goated, man. Let's fucking do it, man. I'm pumped.
Yes, bro. Chad Gable. Well, so would Rusev, man. Gotti, are you a fake demon too?
You're a fake demon, man. Well, I don't think he would be, arguing with Tony Khan to be better, just to not be better in WWE. I don't think Gotti's like that. I don't see that for Gotti.
Well, he said, he wasn't. They couldn't find good creative for his character because he wanted better for his character because he was traumatized of what WWE creative did to his character.
So So he leaves and is in the same boat he was before he went to AEW, just a
Saying
nothing lower mid Carter.
fake ass demon, bro.
He's a
Get out of
fake
here.
ass demon, bro. You can't talk shit and then just go back to doing what you're doing before. And it's not like he's even like, if all right, you bet on yourself, you go back and you're not being used well, and you're still mad. Respect. This motherfucker talking about interviews. Oh, dude, I'm so happy of where I am in my career.
Yeah.
You're happy. All right,
You're
bro.
happy being a
All right.
loser. You're happy being a fake demon, is what I hear. So he says, God, he says he would never diss someone and come back though. Well, he
No,
was
no.
very upset about WWE, man. He didn't like what they did to him. You know,
Exactly. I would never, diss someone and then, go right back. No. Place, a person, never.
Gotti, bro. From what you're telling us, bro, you might be a demon.
I think he
You
might
might
be a
be a real
demon.
demon.
I think he's a real ass demon.
I think so. But is
Oh,
Gotti a
he's
fake
like
demon,
blessed.
bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, here's the thing. He said, Gotti says, be prepared for Gable winning just to be about the moment. He's not going to hold it long. What are the odds he jumps into a feud with the Vision and fucking drops it back to like Braun Breaker? Could you imagine they throw the IC
I could,
title on Breaker again? I was thinking about
I could
that.
see that. I could see them being like, well, they're saying, we fucking fumbled Braun Breaker, so let's prove them right. I mean wrong by having them go win a fucking mid card title again, because that's all we could ever do with anybody is win mid card titles.
Especially too because if Logan Paul comes back, I have a feeling whenever Alpha Academy, I'm assuming Alpha Academy is going to win the titles. I'm assuming when they drop the titles, they'll probably drop them back to Logan in theory, being that, they were kind of the tag team. And I could
I
see
think so.
what are the odds, bro? Chad Gable drops it back to like Braun Breaker, dude, which is like again, same thing with Lyra. Move these fucking people on. You
They
know?
can't move him on, dude. Triple H is allergic to progress.
He is. He is. He is allergic to evolving people. He is allergic to progress, and he is allergic to moving people on to the next title they should win or the next division they should be in. He has no fucking clue what he's doing. Peach Fuzz Paul. What a
Peach Fuzz
doofus.
Paul.
And then in the main event, we have Jacob Fatu defeating LA Knight. Everybody was out there. Solo was out there. Royce Keys was out there. Jay warning shot bow, fresh off of receiving his warning shot bow. Returned. Jay returned finally. And attacked Royce Keys and rejoined with the bloodline ahead of Michael Cole said that this was war between these 6 men as Jacob Fatu defeats LA Knight with the mighty moonsault. As that is a fucking terrible name for his finisher. That just sounds so bad.
Like, come on, man. You can't call it like the Marlboro Moonsault or something. Like, this Jacob Fatu, man. You gotta put something tougher than that.
The werewolf salt, the wolf fucking werewolf,
The, the, the full
something.
Moonsault. Come on, man.
So, that would be tough. Yeah, why don't they fucking
It's
call it that?
it's right. His nickname is the Samoan Werewolf, and he does a moonsault. Full moonsault. Right there, easy.
The
Nothing.
mighty moonsault. What is that, bro? Man, God. So Jey Uso comes back. I had a feeling. I thought he was going to be back last week. He was back this week. So Jay is back after receiving his warning shot bow. It's glad to see he's back on the road and doing good, it seems. So yeah, as they build this match for SummerSlam that I can't really care too much about, to be honest.
Exactly, man. It's building towards a match, which is just like the most filler bloodline story match you could ever imagine, man. And Jake's back. Good to see him doing good, I guess, if he is. But either way, the show wouldn't end. And what a Monday Night Raw this was, man. Just This is like the first Raw in forever that it's like a little match heavy, and they pick all of the worst matches possible to put on the show. Not a single women's match or women's in ring segment on the whole show. Crazy fucking night for them, and it was a crazy bad night for them on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And that was everything on Monday Night Raw, bro. What?
God, where does this come from?
No, I'm not. In case you were fucking wondering. What the fuck, bro? Um,
Gotta make sure.
Jesus. Well, hey, man. That's everything for Monday Night Raw. That's everything we got here today for you guys, man. Yeah, that was quite the episode of Monday Night Raw, man. Absolutely boring. Absolutely boring ass show. And somehow, some way, it looks like next week, the go home show could possibly be even worse. What a snooze fest here on the way to SummerSlam, bro. What an absolute snooze fest, man. Yeah, shit sucks. Again, like I said, this has got to go down as one of the absolute worst SummerSlam builds in modern history, at least.
It's gotta be, man. It's gotta be. And like you said, next week might even be even worse. They got Henryhausen next week doing stuff. No, they aren't in Chicago next week. They're in LA, I think they said
Yes, into
next
a dome.
week.
Yep.
Yeah, they're in LA next week, man. But yeah, it was just a rough night of like a lot of Danhausen and Judgment Day stuff. Just Roman and Seth and vignettes only, and just a bunch of disaster of just a show tonight.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. Peach Fuzz Paul. He grew some hair and still hasn't fucking found his brain. So I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know where the hair came from, but he found it. But
yeah.
again, he found the hair. He didn't find the brain. So I don't know. I don't know what this guy's got going on here, man. But that is everything we got here today for you guys for another edition of NHP. For another edition of Unscripted. This has been episode 309. Thank you guys. Thank you guys as always for joining us. And yeah, that is gonna do it. Thank you to everybody who was in the live chat. We got my guy Gotti, we got manager Logan,
Okay.
and we got my guy Flex as well, and we got our boy Durante. Thank you guys as always for joining us. That is gonna do it for this edition of Unscripted. This has been episode 309. It's been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
Sir K.
That is going to do it for this edition of NHP. That is going to do it for another edition of Unscripted. Thank you guys. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you all on Friday with the news and AEW Redemption 2026 predictions.
Peace.